I don't care if they outlaw legs as long as toes are fine and feet are okay. That I worked on that for like 10 seconds. I thought of that just doing that right before starting this stream. I'm sorry. The attack name is Outlaw Leg. It's not very good. No, the Beware Stare emote, that's going to cost you a lot more. But PMC Fool, you're no fool for giving Trust Your Pilot money. So we only need 6 more subs today and I'll get that butthole emote going. So Scrafty is not very good. It's just Scoville EX with a harder attack cost and the exact same attack and does 20 more damage. And if they hit into it, it takes damage. We lose to Festival Lead because we're weak to grass. Believe it or not, I'm at 1551. I won some games. I just added these like the last second. But I thought this would be a good candidate for Nighttime Mine. I feel like Enhanced Hammer wouldn't be a terrible idea in at least one of these lists, but I don't have it because that would make sense. For some reason, I have Risky Ruins. I don't know why I have Risky Ruins, but I do. Let's just jump into it. We're gonna lose about 5 games before we win a game. We're gonna finish the battle pass today. Okay, hopefully this is a good game because I want to feature them in a video. All right, as long as this is a good game, they will be featured in a video. Oh God, Chasm Stalker's back. I thought we were free of you. Oh, man. And Martinez? Oh, I hope so. Okay, so we're going up against Peepoo Bum. Please let this be... I have a playable hand. That's a good start. As long as they're not playing like Testicle Festival or something, we should be okay. Oh man, I've never wanted to feature someone so bad. Oh, they're not even here. Yeah, Clan Burglar's alt. I've never wanted to. No. Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a grass deck, but it almost 99% means it's a grass deck. Oh, serious. The first deck we run up against is a grass deck. Oh, man. Yeah, well, that was fun. Okay, so I guess... I mean, Xerosic doesn't really do anything this early. Let's just... Lillie's determination. We already lose the game. The Nighttime Mine does nothing. Also, I got myself into a hand that has nothing as well, so that's really cool. Which means we're Badoo... I mean, we were going to lose this game no matter what, but this is just... Remember when we had a playable start? That was fun. You know, I was thinking about using Xerosic, but they would have just kept whatever their best card was, and it wouldn't really have mattered. So I literally say this in the intro of the video. As long as we don't run into any grass decks, we'll be fine. And then first game against Peepoo Bum is of course, it's a grass deck. I didn't face any grass decks in my testing. I got to 1551. I won, I think, like 3 in a row against some really weird things that I've never seen before. Like a woman happy to see me. But then, of course, this is what we get right after. All right, well, there's an Iono. Not that we actually want to use it. Okay, so we go Scraggy, Scrafty. I think I just have to Itchy Pollen them 100 times. And then Iono once it's time to attack with the Scrafty. Why is the ladder full of grass decks? Oh, because everyone's playing Mega Scrafty. That's obviously, everyone's just playing Mega Scrafty right now, and then they Iono'd me, which is actually fine, because they're still item locked, and they can't retreat. But, oh, cool. Well, our next 6 cards would have been nothing, so that's good. I think in this situation, we just have to keep waiting. You know, we gotta be like Sum 41, and we're still waiting. Okay, that's fun. But I think part of the reason why the ladder's full of grass decks is because they don't require a ton of thinking. And the other thing is that Toadscroll just blocks Golden Go and makes Golden Go hate life. Okay, so this is really good. This is really strong. And then we go Lillie's Determination. Oh, the Mine, it increases Dragapult's attack cost by 1. Obviously, it helps in other matchups as well. But mostly, it's just... Okay, all right. Okay, so I think we just kind of have to go for it, right? We can't really sit back and wait. because this is our chance to win, right? This is our one chance to win, and I know we're not going to win, but this is our one chance to win, and we got to take it. We got to grab the devil by the horns, because if they only have like one playable card in their hand and we mill it, then we win the game. Okay, that's fine, but if the last card in their hand is a stupid supporter or something, then we obviously lose. Because, yeah, obviously they're going to retreat into the Yanmega. They're going to put the 3 energy on the Yanmega. It's if they get another energy or if they have a baby Meganium. I think they, whatever they're looking for, I don't think we milled it. Whatever, yep, of course they had an Iono. Of course, we could have hit that Iono, but no, we hit the Poké Pad. Which I guess it wouldn't have mattered because the Poké Pad would have been able to grab them a Meganium. So it was a lose-lose situation. And then they just, okay. But yeah, it was basically just a lose-lose situation for us. Because they had Poké Pad and Iono. Both of them would get them out of it. This is just a Friday because we're still technically in new set time. But they do take a bit of damage. They clearly don't know that they don't have to do that. And Burger Boss, yeah, game 1. Classic matchup here. Thank you, Pete. Thank you. I didn't know that they moved 2 energy. Thank you, PDC Jill. I had no clue that they just moved 2 energy. All right, so realistically, our only hope to win is to knock out their Meganium. That's about all we can do. Right, I don't really have another option. So that's going to go there. That's going to go there. We're going to have to, I guess, just waste the Poffin. What do we got in this deck? We got Fez. We got... Oh, we prized the Pecharunt. That's cool. We got Munkidori in there. We have a Toxtricity. I think I just go and get the Monkey. And then see what happens. I think we just go get the Munkidori. And then we'll Toxtricity just to thin the deck. We'll put one on the Scraggy. Just because that's the thing you do. And yeah, this card's looking real useless right now. This Jumbo Ice Cream's looking real useless in this matchup. All right, these are all super useless cards, thank you. So if I guess we shuffle the deck, and then we just don't do anything. Let's Toxtricity. I mean, again, there's not much we can do. We've probably lost this game, but I mean... What if we don't lose this game? You ever think about that? What if we don't lose? Okay, so if I think I just have to Itchy Pollen and then Counter Catcher knock out the Meganium, and that's how we win, and then just hope they just don't have anything after that? Because if I can win this game, that's pretty insane. But we have to get very, very lucky on Scrafty discards, and I never do. Like, even in the games that I won off stream, I never hit anything. It's like, oh, I got rid of their Poffin on turn 5, and then a Darkness Energy. Oh, no. They hate themselves. Okay, are they going to Cleffa? That's really smart. But I can knock them out here. That's a Devolution. Okay. So, yeah, we're just kind of hoping here, because I can obviously knock out the Cleffa. If we get a freaking energy... Okay, we're never going to find an energy, apparently. I'm just going to put the Scrafty into play, because obviously if they have it like that, they're going to win regardless. The Fez makes no sense right now. We're just in a situation where we got to have some itchy balls. And obviously if they have a bosses, they win. And Never to Let Me Down. Well, hopefully they, just don't got it like that. Don't ruin my terribly figured out plan. And Incineroaring, I know, right? Isn't that crazy? So they have to pass the energy back, which is good. Which means I can't even knock out the one on the bench, which is hilariously sad. Like, this thing has a bit of damage on it. I can't even knock it out. Oh, thank you, PDCGL. Thank you. So this is our chance. This is our one shot to win the game, is we got to get real lucky here. And remember, Risky Ruins won't affect the Fezandipiti. And I think we just thin everything out. We need to keep the energy. So obviously, let's go Iono. We need to keep as much energy in the deck so we can attach to the Munkidori. Awesome. And yeah, let's Fez. There's an ice cream again that doesn't matter. And then would you suspect that we didn't get the counter catcher? Is that something you would suspect? Is that we would not find the counter catcher? All right, so we have to retreat into the Yveltal. And oh, I screwed that up, by the way. I should have Toxtricity to the Yveltal. Whatever. Everything's going wrong, okay? Everything is going wrong. The funny thing is we're still potentially in this game. Yeah, we're still kind of in this game, which is the saddest thing I think I've ever said in my life. Saddest sentence I've ever said. And then we go Adrenabrain. Do I try to set up the knockouts on the Yan Mega, or do I just go for the Cleffa? And I think we just knock out the Cleffa just to draw some cards. Yeah, things are happening, but I just want to get rid of the Cleffa to draw some cards here because we don't have a Pecharunt. Okay, so I can Boss's Hors d'oeuvres the Meganium. Yeah, I think we do Boss's orders the Meganium. Or no, we go for the Bayleaf because that has all the energy on it. Because then they push, then they push down. Yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. I'm a genius. Literally the smartest person in the entire freaking world here. And yeah, whatever. So we bring up the Bayleaf. Yes, they can attack with the Bayleaf, but this is what we want them to do because we got the Punk Helmet on the Yveltal. So obviously if they evolve, we're screwed. But push down, they will damage me and I'll just promote the Toxtricity and they'll take 4 damage to the face. So the hope is that they have nothing. That is, if it was me, we'd have nothing. The hope is that they just got nothing. We got lucky milling a Meganium, because obviously Meganium is just complete game over. And did Peepoo Bum? Okay, Peepoo Bum is here. Oh, well, they didn't take an action in time, but they're still here. So they could have just, ended their turn, but they chose not to. All right, so let's go Adrenabrain on the Mega Scrafty. Set that up for a knockout. We want to, I guess, save the Xerosic. Yeah, we don't really want to do it. I guess we just go Super Rod. And yeah, 1, 2, 3. We're going to clutch. And I mean, I need you to attack, okay? Peepoo Bum, I've wanted you to be in the YouTube video for the longest time. When I saw that you flip over a grass Pokemon and this deck's main weakness is grass, and if I face any grass Pokemon, I lose the game. Please don't tell me you have a bosses. Please don't do that to me, Peepoo Bum. Okay, good. Okay. So the problem now is that I lose the game. Problem now is that I lose the game unless I knock this guy out, I think. Okay, so we're gonna thin out. Actually, we're gonna put this guy into play. We're gonna thin out as much energy as possible. And I mean, Xerosic doesn't really do anything. I don't even know if I have an Iono left in deck, to be completely honest with you. I feel like this is an unfair stamp build, though. We might have prized it, but I feel like this is an unfair stamp build. Okay, there's a bosses, there's an Iono. Okay, they can do 140. If I knock out the Yan Mega, no, that doesn't really do it. I think it just has to be an Iono. I'll put the Rigid Band on you. I think it just has to be an Iono and... No, because then they have this one. So I have to knock out... I have to knock out their Yanmega with 2 energy on it. Retreat, knock out the Yanmega with 2 energy on it. And yeah, we'll heal. And then if they attack with this Yanmega, we still have a chancey. Oh, I can't. Oh my god. You're the worst card ever printed. Oh my god. How is it only doing 160 damage? How do you only deal 160? Okay, well, they had the jet energy, so I don't think it really mattered. How does this thing only do 160 damage? That is atrocious. How do you... Oh, wait, are they not here anymore? Man, this is worse than I ever thought. But no, remember, okay, okay, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction here. And wait, maybe they're going to screw up.
Can I change my prediction?
Loot Sky? Yeah, oh my god. How are you a 3-prize Mega and you don't do it? How are you a 3-prize Mega and Shiny Man, it has to be an actual catchphrase. You're a 3-prizer, you top out at 160 damage. Do you realize how pathetic that is? No, like, we can win. Like, I'm not saying we're going to go on a 10-game losing streak. I'm just saying that, you know, a grass deck. We can't do anything against grass decks because they one-shot us for no effort. All right, so that was fun. All right, Grandma Johto. Luke, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's probably going to be Festival Lead, which is an even worse matchup. But I have, you know, I have a bunch of different lists. I think the one that I tested that I liked the most was the Heroes Cape Liepard build. That was by far the best. All right, well, seems like we're Dizzy. No, never Mega Gengar. We don't play Mega Gengar in these parts anymore. We've learned our lesson, Dizzy. Legacy Energy, no, just because you can't find it. Like, you'd have to play Hilda and you have to play Tatsugiri, and you'd have to find the Hilda off the Tatsugiri or the Pokegear. And Peepoo Bum, people have questions. People have questions. Do you have answers? Oh, God. Okay, yeah, Outlaw Legacy Energy. Okay, this is great if we have a playable hand. Oh, wait, we don't have one of the... Oh, we do. Okay, how do I guarantee that we can play the game here? It doesn't really matter. I guess I just put the Toxel down. So we put the Toxel into play. I have Xerosic. They're probably going to Iono. But I think what's most... I mean, they have the Badoo. So I think we just use the Earthen Vessel and just get energy out of the deck. Because we could be in a very, very bad position. And honestly, I'm going to put the Pecharunt down. Just because this is my start. You know, we're basically hoping that they Iono me. And if they don't Iono me, then I have to call for family next turn. So, I mean, I didn't have to get rid of the energy, but getting rid of the energy gets 2 energy out of the deck, which thins the deck. And Luke, Gardevoir is definitely... Yeah, what are they going to do? Trap my Pecharunt? Oh, wait, what? This is... Oh, okay, well, they did Iono me, but not the way I wanted them to. Okay, there's a risky... Ooh, there's an Airy. Wait, could Airy... Does Airy make sense here? I guess so, right? I guess Airy, because if they just have good cards, then we're screwed. So we have to go Airy. Oh my god. Their hand is stacked. Their hand is literally everything. They Iono'd into... Good god. Okay, well, yeah, this is a call for family turn if I've ever seen one. So we're gonna have to Pecharunt into Toxel here. And then we have to go Toxel for, I mean, I guess, Scraggy and maybe Yveltal, I guess. This is not good. And Pika? Oh, we don't play Mega Gengar in these parts because it has let us down way too many times. You know, you have to play a stage 2, and then all you do is face single prize decks when you play it, or at least in my experience, that's what happens. You just face single prize decks all day. And wait, you had Arven. Why didn't you go Arven for rare candy, for Grimmsnarl, for all the things? And Dizzy, I played a deck that destroys multi-prize decks yesterday, and all I did was face Festival Lead. That is all that happened, was just Festival Lead all freaking day. And then I play a deck with Nighttime Mine. This is why it was number 10 on my top 10 list, is because they can bump it, and also it doesn't work against half of the meta. Okay, so I think I have to heal my... Actually, I think we just knock out the Badoo, right? Yeah, let's knock out the Badoo. I don't want to Iono them. That's for sure. So in this situation, we're just going to knock out the Badoo. That's done. Not sure why the Toxel had the animation there. And there's a Fez. Great card. Really happy with that Fez. You know, what would I do without that Fezandipiti right now? Okay, there's nobody I can really retreat in. There's nothing I can really do other than play Iono. And I really don't want to do that, because giving them a thick hand is not great. And of course, we don't have what we need. So if I gust and thrust, that wouldn't be good. Boss the monkey? Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to have saved the bosses to knock out like a Frostlass with a Scrafty, but yeah, that's not really happening right now. Yeah, that's not really happening right now. Those things, they're not quite what's going on. Oh, I should not have, whatever. We're gonna lose. It doesn't matter. Sure, let's call for family. And Dizzy, no, I just wanted to try out. Yeah, you're giving me good advice, but I wanted to try out Nighttime Mine just to see if it's good or bad. And of course, we don't hit a single Terra deck. I did face Armor Rouge box earlier with a Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, and they couldn't attack with the Wellspring Mask because I had Nighttime Mine. So that was fun, but that was like the one situation where it's actually done something. So 10% of the time, this is a great card. Ooh, that's really good. Oh no, don't trap my Pecharunt. Oh, crap. I should have just used Iono. Should have just used Iono. Should have just used Iono. Alright, as long as they don't get a Darkness Energy on the monkey. Good God. Okay, no, we're fine. Everything's great. We're definitely going to lose this one because we don't have double Munkidori. We only have the... Oh, wowzers. Okay. Why did they put 3 energy on a Grimmsnarl? I will never know. And Super Smash Card? You already know. It's Mega Frostlass. Oh, that's why. Because they had the energy switch in their hand. Because I didn't Iono them. But if I Iono'd them, they would have had everything still. So the Munkidori is getting knocked out between turns. The Pecharunt is knocked out. And they're already set up. And you want to know what else is really cool? Mega Scrafty has an ability. You know what else is really cool? Mega Scrafty has an ability. So it's such a good card. Okay. Well, we have to do the thing. We gotta go Poké Pad, get another Toxtricity. And I gotta heavily damage my Scraggy, which I'm sure is a great idea, right? I'm sure heavily damaging my Scraggy is gonna be really good. All right, yes, we know. You gotta put the damage. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, don't, you know, it'd be great if there was a way to turn off the animations. That would be super useful, PDCGL, if we could just turn off the animations. All right, there's Nest Ball. I can't put the Fez into, I can't put anybody into play. Right, because the Fezandipiti is just 2 prizes, and then the Toxtricities, they'll just focus on the Toxtricity. In this situation, I think I have to go for the Grimmsnarl and then just hope my Jumbo Ice Creams help me through this. But we also have to get the Scrafty. We did. Okay, so we go Scrafty, Punk Helmet, and then we play with our balls. I may as well get the Fez just in case they take a knockout. All right, can we rescue this one from the clutches of nothingness? Wow. Oh, wow. We hit their stadiums in a matchup where they don't need their stadium. See, this is what I was talking about, is I never hit anything good when I play mill decks like this. And if I had the Liepard build, we'd be able to do crazy things. So we're going to switch to the Liepard Heroes Cape build after this one, because clearly this ain't it. Nighttime Mine is not it. And maybe we'll reset the luck and we'll be totally fine. But yeah, if you bet, did anyone bet on me getting 7+ wins? Oh, one person did. One person did. I apologize for this. Oh, they're going after my bench. That's really smart. But the Yveltal will survive a while. Are you kidding me? They just... It doesn't even matter when I try to do the right thing. It doesn't even matter when I try to do the smart thing, the right thing. PDCGL is just like, you know what? Just here's a... Pull your pants down and let me clap those cheeks. God. Jamming Tower would have been better here. All right, well, don't worry. As soon as we get to the 1400s, we'll be okay. The terrible time to ask me that question. We are doing terribly. All right, where's the kitty cat? You know, PDCGL, they didn't even release a minimum viable product. They just released the game and said, just deal with it. You know, they were like Microsoft in after the Xbox One announcement, and they just said, just deal with it. And so I have thought about this way back in the day. So remember when they announced the Xbox One and it was, nobody liked it and it had DRM and it was like a PVR or something? And then the thing that got the most attention was when one of the people at Microsoft said deal with it when somebody complained about it. And then they got fired. I think that was incorrect. Oh my goodness. I don't think they should have been fired because they're the kind of employee you want to... Oh my... There is no way. There is no way that this is happening again. But they stood up for their company. They stood up for the company. They stood up for the decisions that their corporate made. I mean, obviously it ended up killing Xbox because Xbox is now dead. But they stood up for the company and they got fired. How are we only facing grass decks today? This is crazy town banana pants. Okay, so we do have Heroes Cape, which is fine. We have everything we need, except everything we want. We have everything we need, just nothing that we want. All right, I guess I just put the Pecharunt down just so I can do the thing. Because we're literally a Toxtricity and a Scrafty away from, you know, only doing 160 damage, which is pathetic. And then losing the game. But if I can recycle Pecharunt twice, that's only weak to fighting. But again, that's still only has 190 hit points. And yeah, it teaches us to hate ourselves and to hate life. And that's worth more than anything. Speaking of hating life, I do not enjoy... And Incineroaring? Yeah, maybe. I do not enjoy what they did to TCG Pocket. They made TCG Pocket so much worse, because what I used to do is I would just have TCG Pocket on in the background while I was whacking off in front of people, and I just have it, you know, doing the AI battles and farming pack hourglasses. That's not fun. they changed it so that you don't really earn anything anymore. You earn packed hourglasses from like the first game, and it's like now it's like trade hourglasses and shine dust and useless stuff. All right, these are all cards that exist. So let's go. I guess we do the Punk Helmet. I don't know. Are you playing with a pedo? Well, that's fun. Well, we just got nothing. Love that. Hopefully they don't have a Gust card. So, yeah. Yep. Yep. So here's the Liepard. Very good card. Just not against a grass deck. If I'm facing anything but a grass deck here, we probably win because I have a perfect setup. Except for the Scrafty. And they got a Lilies. That's fine. They probably don't play anything besides like an Air Balloon. And there's the Forest. Yeah, of course. Okay, so Venusaur one-shots me. Oh, they have their own Hero's Cape. Congratulations. Congratulations. And they play Drayton because they're a terrible person. But Lena, I don't think you run any of those, do you? I think you... sorry, TM Evo. TM Evo. Sorry, I was thinking Brock, Jacques, or something else. Yeah, so they just one-shot me with the Venusaur. And I guess I just put the Liepard down because who even cares anymore? And then we go Lilies. Honestly, I should probably thin the deck as much as possible because we are in huge trouble right now and I need to get a Scrafty and then just hope they have nothing. Because if I can win this one, it'll be a game for the ages here. We're drawing 8 cards. There's no way we don't get a Mega Scrafty or a card to find Mega Scrafty. Thank you. We got all of the things. So in this situation... Oh, I forgot. Oh, I screwed that up. I screwed that up. I should have Pecharunted first. But I mean, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. It literally does not matter. As soon as they attacked, they win the game. Okay, well, we got rid of an energy. That could be enough because they don't have a Meganium. They do need to put 2 energy into play or find a Meganium. And if we hit something good, but it's the fact that we hit a Mega Venusaur, which doesn't matter, and then we hit an energy, right? We could have hit a support. We could have hit a Lilies, right? They could have had a Lilies be gone. They're going to get it for sure because they probably have a Max Rod as their ace spec. It just goes back to what I've always been saying is I never hit the good cards with attacks like this. It's why I never enjoyed Scovillain. It was the damage, the low damage output along with this. Okay, so... And Dizzy, what do you mean, kinda? It really sucks. The fact that it has an ability makes it worse. Oh, wait, they're going for a... Wait, what? Wait, there's no way. Oh, did we actually survive this turn? Oh my god, can we top deck a bosses? Oh, wait, they're doing 420 damage because I'm weak to grass. Right, I forgot about that. But we knocked them out! Oh my god! Oh my god, we knocked them out! I did not think that was gonna happen. I forgot about that. We knocked them out. You have proven your slight usefulness. We got rid of all of their energy, too. And we're gonna Xerosic. This is hilarious. And we're doing 180 with the Pecharunt. Did I just win this game? Did Trust Your Pilot just win this game somehow? Okay, well, hey, quiet you. I mean, there's only one option. There's no other thing that I can do here. It's Xerosic. That's it. We have to Xerosic. They probably have a Max Rod. So in this situation, we're just going to go Pecharunt. That is all I'm trying to do is just attack with Pecharunt twice That's all we're doing. We're not doing anything fancy, nothing crazy. Oh my god, they had three Forest of Vitality? Oh, thank you, Lena. Yeah, I can't. I'm always just assuming they have Max Rod. All right, does it matter? No, I don't think it matters to save that. Let's play with our balls here. Let's go get the monk. Ooh, do we get the... No, because I can't go into the Pecharunt. Because you can't retreat into Tatsugiri and then Pecharunt into Pecharunt. Pecharunt is immune from itself. It can't beat itself off, which is, you know, imagine that world. Imagine a world where you can't beat yourself off. That would be awful. All right, so that goes there. Manually retreat. Go into the Pecharunt. Munkidori. And I guess we target... Because I'm doing 180, 180, so that's 360. But I think I want to just try to knock out the Ivysaur. Right, I think my plan here is to knock out the Ivysaur, because that'll put me down to 3 prizes. So YouTube audience, this is going in the video no matter what, because I actually have a chance to win this game. So win or lose, this is going in the YouTube video, because I can see the way this stream is going, and we're going to face grass decks all day. So if I can wrestle this one away from defeat, normally I like to wrestle it away from the toes. But them toes are, oh my god. All right, as long as they don't have a Meganium, we should be okay. And also they can't retreat the Venusaur. But is there any indication that they have Meganium? They got rid of a Wally's. Or maybe yeah, when did they get rid of the Wally's? Did I mill that? I got rid of it? Okay, yeah, I don't remember that. That's a long time ago. My brain doesn't compute that. So I'm taking a bit of a risk focusing on the Ivysaur. Oh, Xerosic, thank you. Thank you, I forgot about Xerosic. Yeah, I saw all those 3 Forest of Vitality and I got confused. Like, imagine always having it like that. All right, so no attack this turn. The issue, of course, is... Oh my god. What? Why do I bother? Why do I even bother waking up in the morning and booting up this game? Why do I even bother? It makes no sense. Okay, so we have to go... Well, I guess we're using Airy. There's a Ultra Ball, and they have a Drayton. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, maybe that'll be enough to help us win. So in this situation... I mean, I have to knock out the Venusaur. We need to get a few things going here. Yeah, so we'll build that up again. I need to save the Ultra Ball for the Pecharunt because we have a Super Rod. So in this situation, yeah, it's just Irritated Outburst. Pokemon can't be healed? Yeah, I was looking at that, but it's really, like, if I'm unlucky enough to play Mega Scrafty and 2 of my first 3 games are against a grass deck and against Venusaur, did they just Pokegear for another Drayton? So, because you probably don't know what Drayton does, look at the top 7 cards, you can get a Pokemon and a trainer. That's really good. They got nothing. Their hand is Drayton, Pokegear, Teal Mask Ogre. Oh, God. Okay, but that's fine, because they have no energy. They have no energy, and I'm going to... Okay, they have no energy, and they have a bosses for next turn. In this situation, I think what I do is I attach to the Liepard. We go Adrenabrain off of the Pecharunt, because now the Ivysaur is slightly closer. And then we just go Irritated Outburst. So remember, their hand is Drayton, bosses, Teal Mask Ogerpon. If this was Magic Arena, known cards would be shown. I've ranted about this a million times, but in other card games like Magic Arena, if there's a known... They top-decked an energy. If there's a known card in your opponent's hand that is universally known by everybody, it will show you. And even when you search your opponent's deck, because in Magic you can click on your opponent's deck or your deck, and they got a superior energy. Oh, God. We were 1 turn away from winning. So they have the superior. I think that's enough to win. And oh my god! This is torture. And we know they have a bosses in their hand and a superior. So now the fact that I didn't, you know, prep space for a Fez is going to come back to bite me, unless this is an Iono and it's a Toxtricity. Great. So no one on my side of the field can do anything, so I have to Pecharunt, and I had to go for the Munkidori to try to set up a knockout on somebody else. Obviously that didn't happen. Dizzy, imagine if I had Mega Gengar, I wouldn't have even gotten set up. That's how bad it would be. All right, then we go for that guy. So close. We were so close to winning. Because they literally have 4 energy. They're just going to go superior energy retrieval, 4 energy. I'm going to concede after I take this knockout because it's going to take a very long time for them to win the game, and they definitely have game. And did I prize the Fez? You would be right. Oh, look at that. We had 3 Iono in the deck. And we had our Hero's Cape, which would have bailed us out of this. We actually would have won the game if Hero's Cape showed up, but that didn't happen. And I should have listened to you and put the Hero's Cape on the Pecharunt earlier, but we didn't do that. Oh, whoops, my bad. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So that turn where I put the Punk Helmet on the Scrafty, I guess I should have gone for the Hero's Cape and put it on the Pecharunt. And that probably would have won us the game. So, yeah, we know they have the superior. I needed the Iono. And then they just go accelerate, 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 attach, game. But the fact that I'm putting up a fight here is kind of crazy. All right, let's... Like, do I cut any? Like, I feel like the list is fine, right? The Tatsugiri helps. The 9 energy is fine. You know, the Airy and Xerosic, I should probably cut one of those. Since this is more of a surviving deck than anything else. So maybe we cut the Airy and the Xerosic. Because the Xerosic literally did nothing. Right? The Xerosic doesn't do a ton unless you have the Scrafty set up and your whole thing is set up. JXE Sedge. And maybe we play Carmine or something. You know, I don't hate the idea of playing Carmine. Okay, this is great. But are we really putting ourselves in another situation where we have to rely on Carmine to just not lose games? Okay. Everyone, lather your screen with good juices. No, it's a fighting deck. Luck, if this was 3 or 7 years ago, this would be bad news. So this is actually the perfect matchup. And Incineroar, hey, Carmine has bailed us out. Did they just boxed order? My opponent just boxed. I've never seen anyone not play a stall deck use boxed order. So they got Rare Candy Ultra Ball. So I think I could Xerosic them. I think actually Xerosic might not be the play. Yeah, if I had an energy, I would Xerosic, but I don't have an energy, so we can't Xerosic. And then we have to go for Toxel. That's fine. And then I have to Iono because they literally have a Garchomp next turn. I never thought I'd see a boxed order and then I have to Iono. But if I can just get an energy, we'll be totally fine. And we got an energy. So in this situation, I actually think I Poké Pad for a Toxel or for a Scraggy, sorry. And I'll explain my decision in 1 second. I just gotta do all this. So I will explain my decision. We'll keep all that there. As long as they don't have a freaking Garchomp in their, rare candy Garchomp in their hand. Yeah, anytime you Iono into another supporter, it's always good. So the reason I didn't retreat into Toxel and go get 2 Scraggy and save the Poké Pad for a second Toxtricity is because I want to attack with Mega Scrafty next turn. And with just 2 Toxtricity, that would be very, very difficult. So this means I only need 1 Toxtricity and a manual attachment in order to attack with Scrafty. So I did take a bit of a chance that, oh, you know, what if they have Garchomp and, you know, Forest of Vitality and Premium Power Pro and they get 4 Rose Raid. Oh, I'm just knocking out a Badoo now? That's not great. But that's fine. And the Liepard is just like, I think, a game-winning card here. I think Liepard is just game-winning because the Garchomp can't one-shot a Mega Scrafty with... Boom. Boom. We got him. We got him right where we want him. All right, so I don't think I bother with... Actually, maybe I do bother with Iono because they can do a bunch of damage. So I think we do use Iono just to try and hope that we get there. Because there's a world where they just retreat into Garchomp and have all the things. Whoa. Okay. That's interesting. I guess we go retreat, outlaw leg, and then watch them just have everything. Okay, well, that doesn't matter. Again, that doesn't matter. If they have energy, Garchomp, remember the Gabite gets Cynthia's Pokemon. So they probably are able to knock out the Scrafty this turn. Because Garchomp, I believe, does 260. So that's 290. They need 2 damage modifiers. And they would actually need 2 damage modifiers even if I didn't have that 20 damage. So it's actually... Oh, no, they would need 3. Oh no. So if I'd believed in the heart of the cards, we would have been okay. But I didn't. I didn't believe. But then again, we were under item lock, so it didn't matter. All right, so they need 1 more damage modifier and a Garchomp. They have the Garchomp. They have the second energy. And Dizzy, I think I had Rigid Band in the last list, didn't I? No Premium Power Pro. No Forest of Vitality. If they have Forest of Vitality or Premium Power Pro, we lose the game. That's fine. I will take that all day. Yeah, you got to read the Liepard. Okay, don't have a Forest of Vitality. As long as there's no Forest of Vitality, I don't think there's anything they can get with the Poké Pad that would do it. It would have to be a Premium Power Pro. And the great thing is they lose all of their energy. So I just go get Pecharunt. Actually, do I? Okay, that's a gong. Hang on, what do I... And Burger Boss, I'm always rigid. Oh, they went for a corkscrew dive. That's very smart. That is very smart. So in this situation, I still think we go for a dishonest swap, right? I think it's still a dishonest swap, and because they're going to do 260, I want to fully heal this. And that would be... All right, so let's go. Let's get rid of Poké Pad, Earthen Vessel. And then we go and get Pecharunt. I Pecharunt into the Yveltal. I don't like my bench right now. Not a huge fan of my bench at this current moment. And then we go attach. No reason to use Super Rod because we can't. And then we're going to dishonest swap. That's a hand right there. Okay. And then we go dishonest swap. We fully heal the Scrafty. And just imagine if I had a Hero's Cape. So this is why I like this combo so much. And I do wish I had a Hero's Cape, but like I play Town Store. Get rid of the Rose Raid. They're not going to play a Reversal Energy. Even if they do play Reversal Energy to hit Scrafty for weakness, they can't take a one-shot. And then I just have the backup Purrloin. So I'm put myself in a great position. Because I can go Purrloin, and then I can Night Stretcher for the Liepard. And we are knocking out this Garchomp if they hit into my Mega Scrafty. Yeah, they're now reading the... No, they knew beforehand what the Liepard did, because remember, they could have busted all over me and left the Scrafty with, I think, 10 HP. They didn't do that. So they're playing it smart, but they need to put down another Roselia. Because that'll be able to... Because they're doing 320 right now on a Scrafty. And Devolution will help me out. Boss's Order. Wait, there's no one... Are you going for the Pecharunt? There's no one you can knock out. You can knock out a Toxtricity. Oh, okay. That doesn't seem worth it. That really doesn't seem worth it. Yeah, I guess we just put them in a rough spot here. Okay, then I think we put the Purrloin. Ooh, that's a good top deck. Oh, that's a... That's the most useless top deck I've ever seen. Oh, they have a Spiritomb. Oh, no. And then, of course, we hit double boxed order. Whoop-de-frickin-do. Okay, so they have a Spiritomb. If I put 360 into play, that's really bad. Oh, man. Yeah, now what the hell do I do? PMC Fool, don't worry about it. Oh, man. I mean, I think we just have to go for it, right? Because there's a chance we hit it, right? There's a chance we hit the thing. And this is our only shot to win, is that we have to hit their Spiritomb. We hit one of their 3 Lilies. Oh, they do play Premium Power Pro. Boxed order, if you get it turn 1, you're an insane player. So search your deck, draw up 2 item cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck, your turn ends. What's really cool is that I could have had my Hero's Cape at any point, and then we just decided that would be a terrible idea. Alright, so we do knock out the Spiritomb. Yeah. I mean, I had a 20% chance of hitting the Spiritomb and we didn't do it. You know, and their hand was absolutely stacked. Yeah, so they take 5 to the face. I will go back to even prizes once I knock this out with Yveltal. Yeah, I needed a lot of things, but you see my hand is quite unplayable. Ooh. Oh, we can just bring up a Rose Raid and stall them out? Does that seem stupid? That seems stupid. No, I think what I do is I just go for Scraggy, pray to Arceus. They can't knock it out. But I mean, with that hand, there's no way they don't have a Gust card. This is such an awkward hand that I have. I mean, I guess I could have knocked out a Garchomp, but then Pecharunt's weak to fighting. I think I just have to attach to you. What if they don't have a switch? Right? What if they just have like an Air Balloon? But what if they have a Bosses and they knock out the Pecharunt? Yeah, I think I just have to bring up a Rose Raid. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Right? This buys me 7 turns. Not that I think I can win, but if I can find an Iono, we should have at least... I think we should have 1 or 2. ABC, we still have a chance as long as they don't have a switch card. And the fact that they had to fit in 4 boxed order seems like a good omen for us. So they put in boxed order. They have a bunch of things. They're definitely not going to have reversal energy. So we're just going to sort of sit here for 7 turns. And have I already played my Xerosic, or did I cut that? Ooh, we can Xerosic them and then shrink this game maybe a little bit. But I think the only way that I win is I have to knock out the Spirit. Okay, that's useless. We have to thin the deck, that's for sure. We go... That goes there. I will, yeah, we'll put the air balloon on you. We're going to attach to you, and then we just keep clutching. The only way I can deck out for win is if they don't play Iono. They obviously have Iono. Because I can stall them out on double Rose Raid long enough to win, but that's assuming they don't have recovery or an Iono, and they definitely have an Iono. But this is just, if I could have just found the damn Hero's Cape. That was it. Just find the Hero's Cape, they cannot win the game. Never found the Hero's Cape, they can very easily win. Okay, we're having a great time. Having a fantastic time. I'll wait on the Super Rod to put the Mega Scrafty back in until a bit later. But the clock's a ticking here. We only got like 3 turns left. They have a Legacy Energy. I was not going to think that their A-Spec was going to be Legacy Energy. And Razor, we have a Discord. Okay, oh, thanks for showing up, Hero's Cape. Thanks for showing up, bud. All right, come on. We can do this. Everyone, believe. Believe in the heart of the cards. Believe in the feet of the pilot. Believe in the outlaw leg. There's no way we can go 5 turns without getting anything. Believe it or not, it actually wouldn't. If they had like a picnic basket, we would be in no good position to win. There's a Xerosic. Okay, we're still losing. We're still losing big time. Okay, they're just going to get rid of 3 useless cards. There's not really much we can do. Additionally, yeah, all useless cards. I don't think I've milled like 1 good card this entire stream so far. And Mega Scrafty is just horrible. And we're playing like the good versions of the deck. But I think, you know, yeah, we'll just keep going. So the question is, hey, we got a Mega Scrafty. Well, I guess we just have to go for it, right? We can go clutch one more time. And hey, 4 white lights, don't be like that. I know what it is. I know what it is, okay? Don't do that, 4 wet lights. Okay. So the question now becomes, does Trust Your Pilot do the thing? I think I just have to take the knockout with the Mega Scrafty and then hope, right? That's realistically all I can do is just hope they don't have a Gust card, or if they do, we hit it. That's it. Oh, man. Oh, we hit another Poffin. Oh, fantastic. Remember? Take the knockout with Liepard? No, because we need the Liepard oh, yeah, I forgot about the Spiritomb. And that's actually a perfect KO. Yep, that's my bad. That's a perfect KO. That's a perfect KO. Trust Your Pilot can't do math. I mean, there was no way we were winning anyway, because they were just a gust away from winning, and don't forget that we milled all their bad cards. That's the downside of this deck, is that when you only mill their bad cards, their deck is just good cards. So if I hadn't put all that damage on the dude, we would have at least had a chance, but when you don't mill anything good from your opponent, there's not much you can do to win. Yeah, exactly. You're thinning their deck for them. All I did was get rid of, you know, their boxed order, which are useless after turn 1. And then I got rid of all their Poffins and their rare candies when they had all their Garchomp. So I'm helping them out when you don't hit any good cards. Like, I could have hit their Legacy Energy at any point. We never did that. All right, so what time are we? We're at 1:05, and we still got like 2 more hours of the stream. We can get 3 games for a YouTube video, can't we? Oh, good God. No, we can't. Okay, well, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Another grass deck. This is 3 out of 5 games have been grass decks. Okay, but the good news is we're playing the Liepard build. We are playing the Liepard build, so as long as I can get set up... Oh, wait. As long as I can get set up... Oh, wait. This is the 5th game that I've played with Mega Scrafty. You would not believe it, but this is the 3rd grass deck I've faced. 2 Venusaurs, and now a Crustle. The good news is that this is a very winnable matchup. Just, you'll see it if it works, because they do take the 5 damage from counterattacking Crest, and they top out at, I believe, 240 on my Mega Scrafty. So that I would have to go between the Liepard. Unfortunately, Luxurious Cape is going to be great, because Luxurious Cape is damage from an attack, and Liepard moves damage counters. Oh, no! No! Oh my god! There's no way! There is no way! So the Liepard can't do anything anymore. The Liepard is completely useless. The de-evolution is also useless. We can do this, though. I believe. I have believed since before you were born. All right, so we got a Munkidori. No, we can still win this one. What do you mean concede and go next? Concede these nuts in your mouth. Did we just prize 2 Toxel? Well, luckily we don't need them. We don't need 2 stinking Toxel. Do we have a monkey? If we play a Munkidori, oh, it's on the field. Okay, I was gonna say we did prize 2 Toxel though. That's a feels bad right there though. Okay. Yeah. The de-evolution could still come into play. We have an Artazon. I just got to kind of let the Pecharunt take a hit here. You know, it's crazy to me that Crustle has a grass and 2 colorless attack cost. Then you look at Mega Scrafty and it's 2 darkness and a colorless. So it's easier to attack with Crustle than it is Mega Scrafty. And that's not cool. And they're just finding all their supporters. Okay. This is fine. I can mill them out. Right? We're just going to bosses. We're going to mill them out. It's going to be hilarious. Wait, why didn't they attack? Are they worried about Munkidori or something? All right, well, I guess, yeah, we have to make sure they don't find their Munkidori, assuming they play it. Yeah, at least I won a couple games with that. All right, so we go Poké Pad for Toxtricity. And then... I can't actually do anything this turn, which is kind of sad because I started the Pecharunt, but we can do things next turn. And that's all that matters, is doing people next turn. You know, you want to do people as often as possible, but sometimes you gotta delay gratification. So we have to knock out this Crustle the long way. You know, it's like eating corn the long way. We have to knock out this Crustle the long way. Because for Luxurious Cape to give us the extra prize, it has to be knocked out by damage from an attack. And also they have a mist energy, which is equally terrible. So that means I can't use Liepard to knock it out. So I have to knock it out with this guy. We have to... This Toxtricity, you're going to be our key to success here. I have to get the Crustle low enough. We also kind of have to give up a prize card at some point. Wait, do they think I just suck huge butts or something? I suck huge butts all day. All right, so let's go Toxtricity. We're going to Toxtricity to yourself. Yeah, you're not expecting that one, are you? And then we go Lilies. And then, of course, we get the Air Balloon top deck. And then, of course, it's the Air Balloon top deck. Of course. Okay. And then, yeah, we're just going to heal off this guy. We have to keep the Liepard a secret. Yeah, we just have to keep the Liepard a secret here. The thing is, what is... Ooh, there's a bosses. Okay. Oh, we actually hit good cards, but it's too late. Okay, so Dishonest Swap, move all damage counters from one of your bench Pokemon. I feel like it will move the damage counters, it just won't place them. I don't know. With the way it's worded, it's a little tough to tell. And they got the freaking jumbo ice cream. Okay, they definitely weren't expecting the counter-attacking crest. There's a Punk Helmet. Okay, so if we go Liepard and Punk Helmet the active. This is how we're going to have to do things. Punk Helmet the active. And we're going to Toxtricity to the Liepard. Like, I feel like this is going to work a little bit. I feel like this is going to slightly work. Yeah, then I just got to Airy. We'll Airy, see what we get. Oh, cool. Could have hit a bunch of things. Oh, look at that hand. Isn't that a fantastic hand? Okay, well, we're about to find out. Do you think this is going to work? Press 1 if you think this is going to work. Press 2 if you don't. Because I think it should take the damage counters, but it might be because the attack can't resolve that, yeah. Oh, okay, good. It did. Okay. I wasn't sure how PDCGL would handle it, because remember, PDCGL doesn't always care how rules are supposed to be. So now we can do many more things. We have Artazon to get the dude back. That's a medical energy. This is rotating. Oh no, not medical energy. That wasn't me, that was PDCGL. Oh, and I also broke the game, apparently. Oh, cool, I broke the game. Well, I hope you liked medical energy. I hope you liked floating medical energies, because that's not leaving for the rest of the game. And we just top decked Purrloin. That's pretty cool. All right, well, let's go 1, 2, 3. And yeah, we don't need the Fartazon. I mean, the Toxtricity is fine. So let's go. Yeah, I guess we put the energy on the Purrloin here. Just so I can, you know, thin it out of the deck. Like, usually when you click on a card, that fixes it. Usually when you click on a card, that fixes it. All right, well, let's put that there. We're going to monkey. We're going to monkey around. Remember when I used Airy and got nothing? That was fun, wasn't it? Okay, so we have Poké Pad for next turn if we need it. We have Outlaw Leg. Is there anything I can click on that will help us here? I'm trying to, I'm clicking on medical energy. Like, I'm going to click on everything. It's still there. I'm clicking, like, I guess if I had an enhanced hammer, we could get rid of it. They got another luxurious cape, but I can win. I can literally win just by bringing up a Crustle. So, you know, just if you fall asleep to my YouTube videos, now is a good time to close your eyes so you don't have to stare at this mess. Okay, so the Toxtricity survives, the Munkidori does not, but the Munkidori doesn't matter. That is actually totally fine with me. If you want to waste the bosses to knock out a Munkidori, I will take that all day. So, yeah, I don't need the Munkidori right now. I could Fez to draw some cards, but that seems useless. Oh, yes, and then we hit an Artazon. Okay, we're getting rid of all their bosses. That's one nice thing, is they should theoretically be out of bosses. Not Jumbo Ice Cream, though. Nope, still there. Still there. Okay. And, ooh, if I get energy, that's a Lillie's. Okay, so we're going to have to do it here. We have to do the thing. I have to just go for it. So let's go that for that. We need to get a darkness energy if we want to be able to take the knockout. We'll waste the Poké Pad to get nothing. So what do we need? We don't have enough to do it. Are you kidding me? I play 9 energy and we don't have enough. And we literally don't have enough to do the thing. So that's cool, because I needed an energy for the Toxtricity and an energy for the Munkidori. Well, it didn't matter. Literally did not matter, so I don't know why I bothered. Okay, so... Wait, do I have an infinite loop here? I think I might have an infinite loop. As long as we have the Hero's Cape, I have an infinite loop. We prize the Hero's Cape. I literally win the game if we don't prize the Hero's Cape. Isn't that insane? The game is literally over if I don't prize the Hero's Cape. Do you understand how insane that is, that the game would have been over if I don't prize the Hero's Cape? Because then I can just go into the Liepard, and then I would go back into the Scrafty, and then I'd go back into the Liepard. Oh, but I guess I wouldn't. And then they just get the stupid jumbo ice cream. And Dizzy, it's not new enough that I think I can justify it. Like, obviously it's new, but I don't think it's new enough that I can justify doing it before the Megas. Because right there, remember, there's 10 Megas, and there's good playable single prizers. And they just got all the reversals on that guy. So I don't think we lose this game if I don't prize the Hero's Cape. And isn't prizing the best mechanic you've ever seen? Press 1 if prizing is the greatest mechanic ever. Alright, so go Purrloin. Yeah, they've enacted their entire strategy, by the way. What, I can still win? What's with the what? You know, it's not my fault the medical energy's there. Okay, so do we win now? If I just trap them in the active, we win the game. It is that simple. If I trap them in the active, we win the game. As long as they have to attach another energy to the Crustal, we win the game. Okay, those are good hits. Those are good hits. We finally got good hits. I don't currently have... Oh my god. If it's a switch, that's okay. If that's a... Oh my god, they got the stupid grass energy. Are you freaking kidding? How did I know them into Arvin? They would have gotten a double Arvin. They would have got a Morty's Conviction off the top. Oh, man. This one has 2 as well, but it has a grass. So you can't tell because of the medical energy floating there, because this is a well-made game. But did they get 2 grass there? I think I'm going to top deck a Mega Scrafty. I'm not sure, but I think I'm top decking a Mega Scrafty. Okay, they only got 1, so maybe they're out. Okay, so we have to go Boss's Hors d'oeuvres this guy, and then hope again that they don't have it. They're living off their top deck, okay? There is no way we lose this one when they're living off their top deck. Okay, well that doesn't matter. They had 4 freaking bosses, my goodness. And you've been beef jerkin? Okay, we win the game if they just don't find an energy. That's it. If we can just hit energy or recovery, we win the game. After all this time, we can win the game. I don't have enough recovery. Well, it's because you want to make sure that you get rid of all their good enhanced hammer. Missed energy. Oh my god, that would have won them the game. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. This is PDCGL. It's a well-made game. No! Good god! How is this the game here? How have I only faced grass decks? How have I done? What have I done? We prized the Hero's Cape. If I don't prize the Hero's Cape, we win the game. I was playing that superbly. We're at 1484. Okay, I still believe that this is the best list. We're just hitting all the worst matchups. And I mean, Airy and Xerosic have done nothing, right? Airy and Xerosic have literally done nothing. So we're going to get rid of them for more consistency, I guess. So let's get rid of Airy and Xerosic. We're going to get another counter catcher. Okay, so we have Tatsugiri, which has also done nothing, though it is a good card to have. We have 2 Super Rod. We have 2 Poké Pad. We have an Artazon and a Town Store. I mean, I guess 2 Monkey? I don't know, because we have the Liepard. Why do we need 2 Monkey if we got Liepard? Keep the Xerosic for Alakazam. I mean, if we're running into Alakazam, that's fine. For you, ABC, I will keep the Xerosic and we will lose. No, I refuse. I refuse to do that. I will. Fine. You know what? You know what? Fine. We're getting rid of that. We're doing this one. And DC fan, yeah, unfortunately, making it to Master League is not anything these days. Fun fact, for the first, I think it was 2 years. I think it was for the first 2 years of PDCGL in ranked, a win was worth as much as a loss. So getting to Arceus Lead was literally impossible. And now it's impossible not to get it to Arceus Lead or Master League. Fun fact, we have a turn 2 Mega Scrafty with this hand. We have a turn 2 Mega Scrafty, but yeah, Among Us, why was the medical energy floating? Because this is Pokemon TCG Live. It is a really well-made game. And when we told them that their game was broken, do you know what they said? Well, let's release it anyway. Fun fact, we don't lose this matchup. It might be hard to believe with this terrible starting hand, but we have a turn 2 Mega Scrafty. And, I mean, obviously they're going to get their Zeruas and Zoroarks going up, but we have a turn 2 Mega Scrafty. They can't actually one-shot a... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And we got the Punk Helmet. This is beautiful. This is like my second ex-wife. I mean, not after a few years, obviously. I mean, duh, do I even have to say that? But this is beautiful. Okay. Is this going to be our first win? And it's going to be because they didn't get a start? Is this going to be our only win? Oh, great. Wait, this could be the Anthea and Concordia deck. I mean, this is the makings of a good Zoroark deck regardless, but this could be the Anthea and Concordia deck. I highly doubt it, but it could. And it's like, of course, as soon as we get a viable start, and we have a matchup that we're favored in, they get an unplayable hand. Of course. Of course. As soon as we get a playable hand and a good matchup, they get nothing and we can't win. And never gonna let me down? Well, we'll never find out because you can't check your opponent's deck list in this day and age.
Trusty 347.
And Scorpion, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. We won 1 game. Let's see if we can win 2. Do you think we can win 2 games? It's the question the world has been asking for years. Can Trust Your Pilot win 2 games with Mega Scrafty? Well, if I had a basic, maybe. Okay, I mean, this is a start. And don't forget, Purrloin can get you out of a bad start. I mean, barely. Like, you're supposed to have a good start. But Purrloin can get me out of the worst start in history, which is okay, I guess. Oh, there's a Mega Kangaskhan. Okay. I think we go attach to the Scraggy and hit the old end turn. And then it should be retreat into Invite Evil into Toxel, Mega Scrafty, Fezandipiti, probably. But if this is the Precious Trolley for Turbo Energize, yep. If this is Precious Trolley for Turbo Energize into Munkidori, guess what? We lose the game. Because I don't play Mist Energy. I was thinking we put Mist Energy instead of Xerosic, but somebody said, oh no, you got to keep Xerosic for Alakazam, not Mist Energy. Mist Energy would make too much sense, Trust Your Pilot. Not sure what there is to think about. You get a Latias and Munkidori, and then I guess they ran out of good cards. Oh, man. Well, you know, you love it when they just have the Arven for Turbo Energize, and they had the energy in hand. It's a beautiful day. Okay, so they will get everybody set up. I have to hit into them. Like, I have to 2-shot, I have to 3-shot this thing if they are able to heal it. Okay, so there's a Tatsugiri. That's perfect. Because I still have access to the Pecharunt Purrloin if this fails, which it will. Okay, I mean... And fun fact, because of the Munkidoris, I can't bring up the Latias and hope. No, I have to leave the bench space open. I have to just go for it and hope that they don't got it like that and that the Iono gets me a playable card for next turn. Okay, I mean, yeah, there's a Toxel. May as well put one down. Let's go Punk Helmet. And then end turn. So best case scenario, they knock out the Tatsugiri and then I Iono into Mega Scrafty. And then something happens. And then I go into Mega Scrafty and something happens. And DC fan, it's on the list. That's a Heliolist deck, but yeah, I mean, I can't blame you for not knowing the difference between Heliolist and Helioptile. Everyone's favorite Pokemon from Gen 5? I couldn't even tell you what generation they're from. Is it it's either Unova or Kalos, right? They're either Gen 5 or Gen 6? I honestly couldn't tell you. All right, so luckily we have doubles of both, just like when you have 2 girlfriends at once, because, you know, Gen 6. So it was Kalos. Alrighty. I mean, we can win this one. This is great. This is a winnable matchup because they didn't set up their monkeys. They went for the greed play. Apparently they have an aimbot for prize cards, and they're consulting their aimbot because that's why they're taking so long to select one prize. They're just like, we got to set up that aimbot. We got to find out what's prized, and then we got to find it because it's the toughest decision in the entire game is how do I choose what's prized? Yeah, Liepard's not really gonna... Okay. All right. Well, best case scenario, we get that Mega Scrafty. Best case scenario, we get that Mega Scrafty. Hey, we got the Mega Scrafty. Okay, and then we knock out the Latias, right? Or do I go for a monkey? I don't think I can go for a Fez in this situation. Actually, we'll go for a backup Scraggy. Who do I hit? Who do I hit into is the question. Because if they're able to set up another freaking Munkidori... this is so painful. I think we go Counter Catcher on the Latias just to knock it out. Just to get it off the field. I know they're going to get rid of my Lilies, or, you know, if we get a Heroescape or something, they'll go for that. Those are fine. But the premise right now is just don't leave damage on the field. Okay, good. We have Lilies. We have Town Store. They're probably going to go for the Town Store if I had to be honest. Obviously, they don't know that I have Heroescape, but they're going to go for Town Store just because it would bump their Lively Stadium. And it's like, there's no reason to go for the Lilies when I have 2 of them. And yeah, I've never used Heliolist. In all of my playthroughs, I've never been like, oh yeah, give me that normal type electric thing. Give me that guy. Give me that normal electric type. I can't wait. So going for the Latias was good. Okay, so I was smart. I was a fart smeller. I really wish I had a Tool Scrapper right now, but even then we still couldn't take the knockout. That's how bad this card is. Even with a Punk Helmet and Counter-Attacking Crest and Outlaw Light, that's still only 250 damage. Okay, so... yeah, this is good. If they hit me for 200 damage, that's actually really, really good, because then they can't use Terminal Period. And I could Liepard them. So it's actually good that they're going to hit me for 200. Yeah, they're going to go Claw of Darkness, get rid of the Town Store, or I guess the Energy since they went for Energy last time, but I'm pretty convinced they'll go for the Town Store. I would go for the Town Store. You got to go for the Town Store, bro. They went for the Energy again. Okay. Well, that is really good. Because I still have Recovery. There's another Scraggy that we don't want. So let's Town Store. I'm going to go and get the Hero's Cape for the Scraggy right away. Because, you know, what if we get a Mega Scrafty off of this? As much as I want to play these cards, I feel like I have to leave a space open for somebody. Okay, we got Toxtricity. We did not get what we wanted, though, or needed. So I think in this situation, it's just Toxtricity to the Scraggy, attached to the Scraggy. I still can't really put the Fezandipiti down quite yet. Because this hand is really good, right? This hand is really, really good. If they hit into me with the Mega Absol, that's a knockout. Oh, that's really good. Even though they have a missed energy. So they do get knocked out hitting into me. Unless they use a Munkidori, but obviously that's what they're going to do. So they'll go Claw of Darkness. They'll have 10 hit points left, or like 20 hit points left. I really wish I played Tool Scrapper. I really wish I had believed in myself and put Tool Scrapper in here. And they got the double dude. So Purrloin's probably getting knocked out. They're going to go down to 1 prize. But I have... So this is greedy by them. By knocking out the Purrloin, it's very smart because it gets rid of my healer. But they're going to go down to 1 prize and leave themselves open to an Iono to 1. And they're going to have a heavily damaged Mega Absol. And if I can just find my Mega Scrafty, we will be totally fine. But am I... Oh, crap. Am I out of energy? I totally forgot to check. Do I have an energy left in deck? Because if whether or not I... Oh, okay. Oh, that's fun. Actually, no, that's fine. Why would you... Okay. I think that's okay. Right? Like, it makes sense. They're probably going to go for the... Why would you go for the Fez when I have an Iono right there? Okay. So all I have to do is just not lose and we'll be fine. So there's Poffin for Purrloin. We don't want a Toxel. We have a Super Rod. Okay, we have everything we need to win the game. We gotta go Town Store. We don't need the Devolution, so I'll get the Devolution out and attach it. Let's put it on the Purrloin, and then I'll save the Air Balloon for the Toxtricity. Okay, so we go Iono. They need a whole bunch of things if they want to win this game. Ooh, that's really good. Okay, so we Super Rod back in. Energy, Fez? I think energy, Fez. In case they bosses somebody on the bench. Question is, do I go for the Fez now? The problem with going for the Fez now is that, I mean, I have a Lillies for next turn. So we're knocking out their dude. Actually, I can just get a Scraggy, right? I can get a Scraggy. And then, yeah, we go Outlaw Leg. That's a knockout. Oh my god! We're just hitting all the great cards today. We're hitting all the great cards. Okay, so this should be a win. We need to take 1 prize card. That's it, just 1. We need to take 1 prize card to win this game, and they currently have no attack. If they have an Ursaluna, they win the game. But we obviously milled their chances to get that, so there's no way they have an Ursaluna. They're just going to have to go for Turbo Energize, and I'm going to get all the things. I have a Munkidori. Oh, God. There's a... See, perfect. That's great. They're going to go for the Toxtricity. That's okay. Because they got to be out of Gust at some point. You know, they've only played 1 boss and 1 countercatcher. Okay, we have an Air Balloon in the deck. We also have a Pecharunt EX, so I have to just go Lilies. And, ooh, they ended their turn. So, yeah, we have to go Lilies here. There's the Liepard. Okay. Oh, no, we have the Air Balloon with the Town Store. Oh, I'm a smarty pants, aren't I? My pants are so smart, aren't they? And then we go... yeah, we'll... yeah, I think we go Sinister Surge. Attach to the Liepard. Don't put the Munkidori down. And then... Wait, why can't I use Xerosic? Why can't I use Xerosic? What am I missing that I can't use Xerosic? Your opponent discards cards from their hand until they have 3 in their hand. They had a 4-card hand. What am I... Somebody in chat, please tell me. Yeah, because I normally jump to the conclusion that PTCGL is a well-made game. And then I'm like, oh no, I just can't read. And okay, Castle and SF, thank you. So yeah, I couldn't use Xerosic when they had a 4-card hand because this is a well-made game. Let me write that down so the world can know. Yeah, PDCGL clearly can't do math. Okay, so I think we have won the game. They do have 3 Munkidori, but they need to attach an energy to this one if they want the Mega Kangaskhan to not get knocked out. But even then, even if they go for the Liepard, that's okay. So they need a Darkness energy for this guy. And YouTube audience, if you're looking at that 1 in 5... Oh my god, they got it. If you're looking at that 1 in 5 record and you're wondering, wow, something bad must have happened. Out of my first 5 games... 3 of them were grass decks. As you know from the intro of this video, I said as long as I don't face grass decks, everything will be fine. So guess what I faced in 3 of my first 5 games? And then the other matchups were, we don't talk about those. And the other matchups, we don't talk about those. So I currently can't take the knockout because Mega Scrafty is useless, but if I get the Pecharunt, I can. No, it was not Psychic decks all the way. Okay, it was grass. You can watch the VOD. The VOD will tell you the answer. It is a day. Well, it's a daily all day. Oh, they had game. They would have had game if they just were able to get the Ursa Luna that previous turn. And user, oh yeah, I tried that. PDCGL never wants me to play this this game ever. Never wants me to have fun. Okay, so Pecharunt EX wins the game. I think I put the monkey down. And we have... I don't think we have anything left, right? I got rid of everything. So we just need the Pecharunt EX and an energy, and we win the game. And we have, like, 5 ways to do that. And everyone let me down. Yeah, you should definitely subscribe to the VODs channel. And, wow, we got literally nothing. That's kind of impressive. It's impressive how little we just got. But I mean, I have to hit into them. There's no way around that. I literally have to hit into them. I didn't even get anything. That's kind of crazy. All right, well, yeah, let's, Scrafty, I choose you. Ooh, did we just get a penny? Penny for your thoughts? Okay, so they're doing 240. That would be, they're doing 300, 330. Oh, if they have an energy switch or an energy and a retreat card, they win the game. That is how bad Mega Scrafty. So they just need a retreat card and it's game over. Night Stretcher for... Oh, we lost this game. We literally lost this game. Can you believe that? We lost this game because Mega Scrafty is just so good. We even hit the penny. Right at the end. God, this deck is cursed. Mega Scrafty, do not play it. You know, I wish I could make a clickbait title. Hey, Mega Scrafty surprised me. That was my original title was, was I wrong about Mega Scrafty? Did Mega Scrafty surprise me? So this most surprising deck from Ascended Heroes. Okay, let's try something else, I guess. Let's switch to something slightly different that's not this version of the deck. You know, Liepard has been amazing, but Mega Scrafty is the opposite of that. Okay, so let's try Spiky Energy. Yeah, I'm surprised just how bad it is. Oh, hey, but at least I get to upload a VOD tomorrow. But Larry's the Dunsparce, that's 100% going to be a video. I don't think there's any world where Larry's the Dunsparce doesn't get featured. And Liepard's great with anything that has a lot of hit points. And it do be, I haven't had any problems getting set up. That's the funny thing. I understand what you're saying. I have had no problem getting set up. It's just that Mega Scrafty is so bad. That's the whole reason I've been losing. Mega Scrafty is just so bad. And this is an auto loss. But yeah, that's been the whole thing. It's not, oh, I haven't been able to get set up and then I lose. It's no, I've been able to get set up. It's the fact that Mega Scrafty is just unplayable. See, like, we just got set up. That's it. I literally just, wait, do we have a Scraggy in hand? No, yeah, we got all this. And then we go Toxel. Do I risk it with the Purrloin? Do I risk it with the Purrloin? I think the answer is no, because if they just have it like that, we're going to lose anyway. Like, if they knock out the Munkidori this turn, there was not really much chance we had. But if they do knock out the Munkidori, that activates Unfair Stamp, which is really good. Oh my god. Can you just chill for a second, bro? Okay, well, they did. Thank you. Well, they did chill for a second. Okay, so we have a Toxtricity. Now, the question is, do I go into the Purrloin and risk losing the game because of it? But putting the Pecharunt down feels game losing. Okay, so if we go Purrloin, if we purr my loins, and then I get, so let's go retreat into the Purrloin, manually attach, go get, what, I guess, yeah, Liepard, Toxtricity, Yveltal? Because if they don't take the knockout this turn, then we have a Mega Scrafty, and then we can start scrafting it up in here. And we can actually win the game, which is really funny, because winning the game would be great. And wait, am I actually going to win here? Okay, so we go Toxtricity. We put a Punk Helmet on the active. We just basically have to start going at it. Like we're two teenagers at prom. Okay, here we go. And I wish I had an energy, but it's fine as long as they don't find a Frostlass. I'm sure they have a counter catcher and they're hit me with the old rope-a-dope. But we go Liepard. Huh. Maybe I should have just continued setting up because that would have been funny. All right, so then we go Mega Scrafty. Boom. Outlaw Leg. Their Imp is done, and then their counter catcher is done. Ooh, okay. Okay. And there's the Tatsugiri. Well, you were useless in this matchup anyway. But if they can't do anything, literally our 2 wins were because our opponent couldn't get set up. I have not won a competitive game with Scrafty. Okay, that's fine. Do you want to know why that's fine? Because I have Liepard. And that's really good. Okay, so I will wait. We will wait on the live. Actually, I probably should have attached to the Liepard, or I should have attached to the monkey. That would have made a lot more sense. But I want the Scrafty to get a lot of damage. I want them to focus all of their Munkidori attention on the Scrafty, or just anybody except Liepard. That's it. If they try to build up damage on the Scrafty, that's perfect. Because then I'll just go Liepard, fully heal it, and then they can't do anything. But if they can't play the game, then it's a hollow victory. Just like when you put your feet together and you create a perfect hole. It's a hollow victory. I bet you they're going for the Scrafty. They're going for the monkey. If that's how you want to play this game. Actually, I don't think we... no, the Gothitelle is not worth it. I can tell you that right now. The Gothitelle is not worth it. Because it's a stage 2 line. Like, I'm not doing anything. You'd have to promote the Gothitelle, you know, have air balloons, have all the craziness. And even then, that doesn't seem very good. Okay, so let's Night Stretcher the monkey. Let's try to prolong this a little bit. Yeah, I'll put all the damage on the active because that is what makes sense. And believe it or not, we don't use the lilies because this hand is goated. And yeah, so we won, and then you would have had a playable card, but again, we won this game because our opponent couldn't get set up. If they've been able to get set up, we don't win. It's as simple as that. Wait, didn't I switch decks? Why is there still a Liepard in here? Didn't I switch to something? Oh, no, I did switch. I just have a 1/1 Liepard in here, I think. This is the spiky energy build. I think with... so I think there's 2 spiky energy, 8 darkness, and then a couple other things. And of course, we never find the spiky energy because that makes too much sense. And they got Rare Candied Grimmsnarl, unless... Okay, they got Rare Candied Grimmsnarl. But I think we're okay, because I'll go Nest Ball for the thing. And Jagbomb, you're right. But I think we're okay. Because they can do... What? They can do 200... Yeah, they can't take the knockout unless they have like a Defiance Band or something, or a Maximum Belt as their ace spec. If they have something spicy, they do take the Secret Box. They're going to have a de-evolution then. It's de-evolution. It's de-evolution 100%. 100% they're going de-evolution. I didn't think they'd be able to go Iono into Secret Box, into Rare Candied Grimmsnarl, into de-evolution. That was not on my bingo card from a 0-card hand. Oh, do they not have a de-evolution? If they do, it's prized, or they didn't see it. Oh, it's a little too late, unfortunately. You had one opportunity to win this game, and what you're doing right now ain't it. Okay, so they're gonna go Adrenabrain. The Grimmsnarl gets knocked out. I believe, yeah, between Munkidori and Liepard, the Grimmsnarl gets knocked out. I'm pretty confident. And everyone on my side of the field survives because we're only doing 30. Liepard doesn't have an ability. So I just go get Pecharunt EX to make sure nobody gets trapped. They're also using Shadow Bullet. Yeah, they're using Shadow Bullet, so they're hitting into my Mega Scrafty, which is another oopsie. Well, there you go. How do you win with Mega Scrafty? Well, your opponent does nothing for 4 turns. That's how you do it. But yeah, the Liepard, I think this card is really good, and it's going to suck when it leaves, because it opens up so many possibilities. We do have the Cough Egregious, that's the extended damage Regius, but that takes a Psychic and a Colorless, so it's a little bit less splashy, and we're also losing Luminous energy. Alright, well, there we go. Let's go get the old Pecharunt. Because we're literally just a turn away from winning. A Timmy turn away from winning. We're going to Tina turn back the clocks tonight. All right, so how do I do this? I think we heal the Munkidori. Put it all on their active. And then we go, yeah, we go Subjugating Chains. This guy... Retreat into the Liepard. Dishonest Swap. So this is how the deck is supposed to perform. What the problem is that it can't do it. Like, you're not doing anything turn 1 with this deck. That's guaranteed. And then turn 3, it's like you're doing 160 against decks that can, you know, set up 3 Frostlass and a Grimmsnarl in the same amount of time that it takes you to do 160 damage. And then you might not even do anything useful. Right, because any Frostlass deck that gets set up beats off Mega Scrafty, beats off the emo teenager. So if you don't enjoy beating off teenagers that have depression, like, what's the point, right? Do you want to know how confident I am? I'm putting the second win there already. Uh-oh. 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 This could... A de-evolution could ruin everything. Okay, there's the Punk Helmet. Yeah, Liepard rotates. There we go. See, I told you. Liepard rotates, but Liepard isn't like an end-all be-all card. It's just, through my testing, it has been the most useful card. All right, well, let's celebrate this. It took me 8 days to finish the battle pass. Oh, you know, I finished it just in time. We only have 7 weeks to go. Only 7 weeks to go. All right, who wants to open 142 packs and get, hey, we're going to go over 100,000 trainer points. And, ooh, we get useless things. So many things. I mean, the battle pass is crazy, but it's like literally 8 days. Right? Literally 8 days I completed the battle pass. And it's not like I'm a tryhard or anything. I'm a, whatever the opposite of a tryhard is. I'm a don't try very hard. Hey, it's a, wait, I just opened we're facing the same opponent and I just opened everything on the battle pass? And Lena, yeah, it was 142 packs. There's 10 cards in the packs now. I'm probably going to forget to mention that when I do my 2026 new player guide. A try smooth, there you go. All right, we got the spiky energy. Not that we want it right now, but we got it. Again? Oh yeah, right, it's the same person. What do you mean again? And DC fan, yeah, it's, they don't know how to balance their game. So yeah, we opened 142 packs, which have 10 cards in them. Additionally, we opened 14 God packs, which have 9 cards in them, and a lot of them are higher rarity. And then we also just got, you know, a bunch of random singles and stuff. Well, if I'd remembered that they were the Grimmsnarl player, I would have probably gone for the Toxel. You know, so this is, I think this is a good teaching moment to show you just how bad this deck is that they're about to get set up for the first time. So remember, we could have lost that last game if they had a de-evolution. There was a turn where if they just use de-evolution, we lose the game. And then, yeah, may as well use the Xerosic now because none of these really help me out. Because I really wish we'd gone for Call for Family. But, you know, whenever you have the Xerosic, you got to play it. Those are the rules. So remind me, Lena, to check the card decks afterwards. And, oh, another great thing about Scrafty falling on its face, you know, tripping on its pants and falling on its face, is that we're going to start at, like, the low 1400s with the Dunsparce tomorrow. That's perfect. Okay, so let's go Toxel, Toxtricity, Scraggy? Sure. All right, if they're able to go Secret Box, if they just have Secret Box, we lose. If they go Arven Secret Box or just play Secret Box, the game is over. But if they go Rare Candy Grimmsnarl, if this is a Grimmsnarl, the game is over. If they're checking their deck, so that makes me think they don't have Grimmsnarl. Good, okay. Then probably a Lillie's or something. Yep. There's the Frostlass. Okay. Fun fact, I can knock out this Munkidori next turn. No one will suspect. Okay, never mind. Well, joke's on you. I got no items. Joke's on you, buddy. I have no items. So, what is the strat? If I top decked the Liepard, I'm knocking out that monkey. There's a Lillie's. Good. Thank you. You're my favorite card ever printed. It's so crazy that we lose Iono and Research, like 2 highly amazing cards, and then Arven, then it's just like, Lily's here to save the day. I got you, bro. All right, we can't attack the spiky, can't attach the spiky energy yet. We have to Lilies and believe in the heart of the cards here. That's an Artazon. That's really good. And I believe Punk Helmet makes sense here. No, because the Purrloin gets knocked out if they just have it like that, right? So then we have to do this. I have to go, yeah, Munkidori gets the energy. We have to Punk Helmet. And then I have to Adrenabrain. We have to save the cheerleader. We want to put the damage. We have to make sure it's 20 everywhere so that they can't go, you know, a 60 knockout there. And yeah, we're just going to invite some evil. We go Toxtricity. So we go, yeah, Scraggy, Toxtricity, Liepard, I think. Because we prized the Pecharunt, which is, I mean, a great endgame card. So as you know, going into a stream, I write out notes of things to talk about. One of the things I had was Handy Fan and Crushing Hammer and Enhanced Hammer are really good options for this deck. But, you know, as you can see, the Mega Scrafty is never going to work. Doesn't matter what you do, Mega Scrafty, oh, crap. Yeah, I literally wrote down, Liepard with Hero's Cape is the safest way to play since I never mill any good cards with Outlaw Leg. How true that has ended up being. And, oh, I prized Pecharunt EX in my first 3 test games. That was fun. And realistically, this is not a competitive deck, but if you mill the right cards and they can't take one-shots, you still probably lose. Literally, that's in my notes. And then Turbo Energizer Janine without Toxtricity might be better, so we'll switch to a non-Toxtricity build after this one. But it would be hilarious if I 2-0 a Grimmsnarl player. That would be pretty funny. Okay, that was an unnecessary risk. I don't think they read Punk Helmet. Now, if this is Pecharunt, well, it's not Pecharunt. I was going to say, if this is Pecharunt, do I put it into play? And I think now we just monkey around a little bit. So, what are we going to get? There's a Scraggy. That's not great. Yeah, it's just going to be a Lilies and Hope, I guess. Like, I probably could have used the Toxtricity, but we don't know what we're going to get. And we got everything except the cards we need. So I think here it's Mega Scrafty in the active. I think I have to put the Mega Scrafty into the active. And then we go that there. Oh, but if I put the Scrafty in the active, it's gonna... I can't power it up. Right? I don't have Pecharunt. I don't have a way to power it up. I guess I could clutch. But that also doesn't seem very good. That also seems kind of terrible. But, like, my options here are very limited. Right, we have enough energy in the deck to do the thing. It's just, you know, we're going to have to clutch up here. So we go heal the monkey. I mean, does it really matter? I don't think it really matters. They're going to be able to do the thing. We're going to heal the Toxtricity because it's going to get re-damaged. All right, so if they don't evolve the Impidimp, we can knock out the Impidimp with Munkidori. So if they decide to heal their monkeys, which probably makes a lot of sense here, then we'll be able to knock out the Impidimp if we want to, or we can choose one of their monkeys to knock out. And Razul Moondust. No, this is not a new... Yeah, this is just a Munkidori deck at this point. This is not a Mega Scrafty deck. This is literally just a Munkidori deck. So if they don't have a way to evolve their Impidimp, we do win the game. But they're, what, a Poké Pad away from evolving. They're a Spike Myth away from evolving. But it would be absolutely hilarious if we 2-0 this person. Because Shiny Shedinja has no idea that this is the worst deck ever created. Well, I mean, not the worst deck I've ever created. I mean, remember any coin flip deck I've ever made? Oh yeah, and there's a Janine in here. So this actually we actually have an attack next turn with the Scrafty. because we have attached Janine Toxtricity, and they got the triple monkey. They got the triple freaking monkey. Okay, was not expecting that. Maybe, I think they'll probably just knock out one of my Munkidori. I imagine the Munkidori with the air balloon on it's about to get knocked out. And the really sucky thing is that Unfair Stamp won't activate. That's really bad. And Lunarshade Wheezing would be a good deck to play. I played that back when the Team Rocket's Wheezing came out. Unless you're talking about the deck we're not allowed to mention anymore, unless you're talking about the forbidden deck that we don't talk about anymore. All right, so that monkey gets knocked out. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I am kind of screwed right now. Well, we can't even play that. I mean, I guess technically I could play Iono, but it's not that we can't. We have to just go for it. Yeah, we have to go Toxtricity. I mean, they have 3 Munkidori, which means they can't heal everybody. I mean, we're going to lose a bunch of people here. Let's get rid of the Poffin, because... I mean, can they knock out a Scrafty? If I give them the 3 damage from the Scrafty, is that enough for them to win? Or do I just put the damage on the Grimmsnarl and say, you're going to do 180? But they probably have a de-evolution. That's the thing, is they probably have a stupid de-evolution, and that's going to lose us the game here. So in that case, I think I have to put a Scraggy into play. Because if they do have a de-evolution, I have to be able to, you know, play the game after this. Ooh. Okay, well, that doesn't matter. The Arven is good, because if they were going for a de-evolution play next turn... I mean, we got rid of an Arven. That's, you know, that's like half of a de-evolution. You know, that's partially a de-evolution. But remember the last game, they didn't use a de-evolution when they had Secret Box. So either they don't have a de-evolution, or they've prized it in that first game and we just never saw it. I'm not really sure what the answer is, but whatever it is, it's probably bad for us. And if you're wondering about EUIC, it is next week. Ascended Heroes is not legal. You will be able to see like the new Badoo arts, so like new arts of old cards. Those are legal, but then like Mega Scrafty, you know, this would have been a top tier deck. This would have been a day 2 deck, top 8 on the final day. But unfortunately, you won't see it because it's not legal. So they printed the EUIC power rankings, and it's Gardevoir 1, Dragapult 2, Golden Go 3, Charizard 4. And it's like, wow, that's really exciting. Real good power rankings there. Okay, the fact that they didn't put any damage on the Toxtricity pretty much confirms they don't have a de-evolution, right? If they had a de-evolution, they would have been able to do the thing. They can't knock out my Munkidori this turn, so the Munkidori will survive. The problem, of course, is that they're going to win the following turn. Oh, there's the Arven. Okay, so they do have the de-evolution if it's in the deck. Yeah, okay, so they win. So that's, they had it. So they would have won the last game if they didn't prize the de-evolution. Yeah, Razul, yeah, they could have knocked out something, I think, if they moved the damage around slightly differently. But obviously they don't want to do that. All right, so they take 9 to the face, which is surprisingly not enough to do anything. And, well, oh, wait, bosses. Wait, does bosses do anything? Not really. Because, like, let's say I get rid of their Frostlass. That doesn't do a whole lot. Okay, so let's go. We're going to get rid of Fez and Unfair Stamp. I know how this looks, okay? I know how this looks. But I do have a strategy. I'm not saying it's a good one. but, you know, we know how this is going to end. We all know how this is going to end, and it's not going to end well. Unless... oh, no. We're 1 energy short. I was going to try to retreat. All right, well, that's... I can't even force sudden death. That's how sad this is. I can't even force sudden death here. Yeah, so they just... all they have to do is attack in that game. So I'll give them a thumbs up. Maybe we'll battle again, but I really... I'm going to switch to a Turbo Energize, and then we'll play a Janine build, but this was a massacre. This deck is absolute garbage. So this will be a VOD channel exclusive, which means my job is a lot easier. Why didn't they just hit the Munkidori? Why would you force a between turn step when you could just knock out the Munkidori? You could have saved us all this time by just knocking out the Munkidori. But now we have to, and then now we have to wait for them to choose a new active. Just put anybody in there. The Munkidori dies. Thank you. I will never... You've made the list, Shiny Shedinja. I will never forgive you. I'm a megamaniac. You're a megalomaniac. All right, so do you want to see Turbo Energize or Janine first? While we check out the card decks. So there's 613 cards, not including like full arts or whatever. Oh no, they have the full arts. So even after 142 packs, we're still missing whatever this is. Oh, the ball version. Oh right, because it's there's the ball version and everything. What was Crown Z Prismatic? Prismatic was only 447. Surging Sparks had 417. Really? Yeah, so this is the biggest set ever. 613 cards. It's bigger than Phantasma Flames and Mega Evolution combined. But that's because it has, you know, the Love Ball hollows and stuff. Okay, so Spiky Energy didn't work. Liepard didn't work. Epic Moro, that's on the docket for next week. I have some crazy lists. All right, so let's try Turbo Energize. This is... yeah, we got all the things. So tomorrow is Larry's to Dunsparce. Next week will be, I think, Audino, Azumarill. Actually, let me check my notes here. What do we got for next week? So yeah, I think Azumarill, Audino, probably Mega Hawlucha, and I mean, it's slim pickings. I got some ideas. Like there is that King Gambit that For the Win just featured that is playable, so I'll probably check that out. But yeah, maybe Victory Bell. Like I said, it's slim pickings. Okay, this is the story of a girl. Okay, so we don't have an energy, which is kind of a thing you need in this deck. Okay, this is not a grass deck per se, but it does have grass energy and there are grass Pokemon. But it's not a grass deck entirely, so I will let this one slide unless they have Iron Leaves just in their hand at all times. Oh. Oh, I thought this was... oh, I thought it was a Jolted box. And Moondust? What do you mean will Mega Kangaskhan break pocket? So what I will say is I have not tested Larry's to Dunsparce. I have a bunch of lists that I've built, and I've already, you know, written like the opening and said, hey, if you just flip heads, it's a good deck. Because Larry's to Dunsparce is 80 times. Actually, you know, this isn't going on YouTube, so we may as well talk about some cards. Where is Larry's? There's Larry's. So Work Rush. Flip a coin for each energy attached to this Pokemon. Does 80 times. So you just need to flip 3 heads, and you're knocking out most things. That is an Iono. That is pretty good. So we do have to worry about a few things. Let me just get rid of that for a second. So I think I want to go Turbo Energize, Pecharunt down, Ultra Ball away the gear and the Turbo Energize. Go get a Scrafty. We actually need 2 Scrafty if we want to win, which is kind of sad. We also need to find an energy. If we don't get an energy off of this, well, I just ruined everything. Okay, we got it. And then I have to go play with my balls, get another Scraggy. And yes, I have an energy on a Badoo. It's not ideal, but I couldn't necessarily retreat. Okay, so what are the odds that they just have an energy discard and all the things? We're going to high roll it here. I'm betting that they don't got it. So the way that Lariat to Dunsparce works is that you have Kamala Harris, who accelerates an energy from hand to your active Lariat. Well, there goes the Scraggy. I should have not put both energy on there. We're just gonna... Actually, no, we can still do it. We can still do it. I believe wholeheartedly. If I had the Bonsly set up, I would have, you know, like wholeheartedly. Get it? Wholeheartedly. And then we literally had the energy switch. So if I just been a smarty pants, we would have been fine. Okay, so go for that and that. Let's go Trolley for Fez. We want Fez, Scraggy, Yveltal. Wait, what's my hand? We got Airy. No, we want Yveltal. We want Yveltal. Okay, we're gonna flip the script. That is a hand. Wait, why do I have Poké Pad in here? Poké Pad doesn't do anything. I am now realizing my mistake. Okay, so if I go retreat, Yveltal, and then counter catcher and fan rotom, we can potentially do something. All right, next turn, everything's gonna happen. Yeah, so I mean, I can do double ignition very easily. We just have to flip half heads. We flip half heads on Work Rush. That's 240 damage. That's knocking out a lot of things. And if we get to 320, we can beat the Dunsparce. Larry's Dunsparce has free retreat, which is really nice. Though it's not like the be-all, end-all. And in a Trapinch, this does draw you 2 cards. Obviously, Larry's Kamala is not... It doesn't have an attack, so that's kind of a letdown. But it does draw you 2 cards, and you do get 2 chances to wake up. So, like, it's not the end of the world. You get 2 chances to wake up. Who's saying that's bad? And I have some very fun lists with the Dunsparce. You know, I have Levincia for lightning energy. I have Mela for fire energy. I think I have like a special energy build with Jet. Well, that's a win. A win's a win. I told you. The Turbo Energized build is goated. And yeah, that's what I was just saying. That's what I was just super saying. Hey, I think it's a rematch. So you accelerate 2 ignition energy, and that's 6 energy. Obviously, you do discard them, but I mean, that's totally fine. All right. I'd also like to point out that I have 2 Tatsugiri. I have Arven, and a bunch of Pokegear. So I guess worst case scenario, we go Poké Pad for Tatsugiri. Poké Pad, again, makes no sense in this deck. I don't know why I put Poké Pad in here. There's no evolved stage 1s. I think it's a leftover from the Toxtricity deck. I think we just go for more consistency cards to get the turn 1 Arven Trolley. So like 4 Pokegear would probably be better. Because all you want is turn 1 Arven Trolley Turbo Energized, just like you're playing a Kangaskhan Absol deck. Except instead of doing 200 damage on a basic, you're doing 160 and it's random. Instead of dealing 200 damage and you get to choose, it's 160 and it's random. They conceded again. Can we just keep facing this player all day? We're just going to farm wins. Can we just keep facing them all day and then we're going to get to 8 wins? We're back over 1,500. So this, I keep saying, I use the word "so" a lot, don't I? What am I, a seamstress? Supreme Overlord. This can do 330 damage on a single prizer for 2 energy. It does hurt itself, and it does have an ability, so like Munkidori Frostlass is not the best. I know, right? All you got to do is face the same person constantly, and they'll concede when they don't got it like that. And I didn't take out the Poké Pad because clearly the deck is better with it. You know, why would I take out Poké Pad when this version of the deck is 2-0? I literally play 2 Tatsugiri, and we have started a grand total of 0. Just want to point that out. I play 2 Tatsugiri. Is this the person's alt? Did they switch accounts because we made them feel bad? I think this is another... This is the exact same deck, but this is a different player. Like, that's not the same username. I can't remember their username, but this is a different user, but it's the exact same deck, and they have, like, the exact same start. PDCGL makes a lot of sense. You know, this is a well-made game. Oh, it's Dragonite. It's Terra Dragonite. So if they just have a Crispin next turn, we do lose. And, yeah, it's going to have to be Arven. We didn't get an energy... But we're going to have to go... Wait, do I have to... I mean, they can just knock out both. I have to go Trolley and... I guess Punk Helmet? I don't know. I guess Turbo Energize for next turn, and then we are going to do the thing. So let's Precious Trolley. Let's get that guy out of there. I can... Yes, we have to go for another Scraggy, and then Fez. And then Yveltal, and then Tatsugiri. And hey, that's possible. That's possible. But it can do 330 for 2 metal. It's the 2 metal that's the problem. Which means they didn't even have to go for knocked out to find the Crispin, by the way. Obviously, the issue with this here is that 2 metal means you have to play Matang or Archaladon. So maybe I'll boost this to next week because it is really good and I have some fun ideas. And they also had the knocked out, for those of you paying attention at home. All right, well, I'm not quite sure what they want to get. Just a Dragonair, I guess? And let's see, what else is on the docket? Azumarill. Yeah, Azumarill. I have a lot of ideas for this. Smoochum is one of them. Obviously, Xatu. I will not be playing Gardevoir. You know, obviously Gardevoir makes sense with this, but Gardevoir doesn't want Azumarill. There's Smoochum, there's Xatu, there's Experience Share. I got some other crazy ones. The problem with Azumarill EX is that the baby Azumarill is better. It does 230 for 1 energy. How many energy does this thing need to do 230? It needs 100, 140, 80. To do 260, it needs 5 energy. Do you understand how crazy that is? It needs 5 energy to do 260, whereas the baby needs 1 energy to do 230. And the baby one gets access to Brave Bangle. Well, it doesn't really make any sort of sense to Iono them this early. I may as well just Lilies. I mean, we should probably Super Rod. I'll go Turbo Energize on the active. Super Rod, Lilies. The EX one doesn't hurt itself? Yeah, but I mean, that's... Yeah. Sorry. Yes, you're right. Okay, so we got the energy. Oh, we also got Nighttime Mine. This is actually the one game where it makes sense. This is the one game where Nighttime Mine makes sense. We finally hit a matchup where Nighttime Mine is going to do something. All right, let's put you in the active. We're going to... Oh, yeah, we can Fezandipiti. Watch me get 3 energy, and then I can't turbo energize. Oh! I was joking! I was joking! No, I was having a laugh. I was joking. Oh, no. I was literally joking. There's no way. There is no way. Okay. Oh, that scared me. And fun fact, Mega Dragonite does 330 damage. Just want to, you know, I'm just saying that for no reason. Mega Dragonite does 330 damage, just in case you were wondering. And I have to 3-shot a Mega Dragonite, in case you're keeping track at home of how do I win this matchup? The answer is I don't. The answer is I have to, and then they just immediately bump it. Nighttime Mine would have helped me out immensely in this matchup. So, of course, they bump it. You know, Sob can keep the Tatsugiri trapped. But it's fine because I'm going to find my dude. Well, it can only attack once. And Meta Knight Man, yeah, I saved that one because that was the best performing version in Japan. But it has an Eevee focus, not a... I mean, they're not doing anything this turn unless they have Sparkling Crystal. But the problem is that that's more of a Flareon focus, not a Dragonite focus, which meant that I couldn't justify it. You know, it's not one of the Verizon, Terrakion, it's not a justified horn or sword or whatever. All right, if I had to guess, I'd say they're going to Sob. Oh, no. That is unfortunate. Well, we need our Pecharunt. That's a Xerosic. That is not a Pecharunt. Well, yeah, I guess we just poke here because we want to thin the deck of everything. Maybe I Iono, who knows? We're going to see how this goes, and Arven would be great. I'm assuming I put Nest Ball in the deck. Oh, wait, no, I had Precious Trolley as my ace spec. There's a chancey that I didn't. Okay. And if I well, I mean, counter capturing the Dragonite doesn't really mean anything because they have a free switch ability. I guess we go to Hooters. Now, how much do I trust past me that we have an item that can get me a Pecharunt? I trust me wholeheartedly. I trust me wholly. Because I put 2 Pecharunt in here because I knew. You know, it'd be great if I had a Munkidori on the field, but sometimes you just gotta take your licks here. But come on, 330? That is not fair. All right, and then we go Outlaw Leg. They are going to have access to Fezandipiti. Okay, I mean, getting rid of energy is good. You know, apparently this is the funny thing, is the lists without Toxtricity have felt the best. Not having to worry about a stupid Toxtricity on the field and getting another stage 1 powered up is really good. And then they had Immorties. Okay, but that means they can't attack this turn. The only way they're attacking this turn is if they have Energy Sparkling Crystal. And I can Xerosic them. So if they end the turn with like a 9-card hand, we can Xerosic them and make them hate life. And kilometers, you're so right. You know, I don't know why I pinned that comment from Clamburglar. Yours makes a lot more sense. All right, so who are they sacrificing? They're sacrificing the Noctowl. There's like, yeah, we don't want that Noctowl anymore. That guy can go. So in this situation, we Xerosic, and then they'll leave their 3 best cards, and then we'll hit one of their 3 best cards. It's almost like playing Toxtricity was a bad idea. Okay, there's an Earthen Vessel. Let's attach to you. We go Xerosic. Gotta get rid of 4 cards. And I mean, they're going to keep a Crispin if they have it. Oh, yeah, all those rare candies, kind of not necessary. Kind of useless. All right, Outlaw Leg, we're taking a knockout. They're going to have access to Fezandipiti. We got the Crispin! Oh, well, the Lilies doesn't matter, but the Crispin is huge. So I think this means they're only going to be able to attack once. Because they're down 3 Crispin, and they have no way to manually search for anything. Did we see? If I win this matchup, it's proof. It is absolute proof that Mega Dragonite is the worst card ever printed. If I win this matchup, it is proof. Mega Dragonite is the worst Mega in the set. If Mega Scrafty can beat Mega Dragonite, that's when you know you screwed up. But I mean, this was a not necessarily a good version of the deck. And we got Airy. We got Airy. In this situation, I do kind of... I think I have to bosses this guy so I can at least damage it. Right? Oh, hello. Okay, so if we go Airy... Okay, well, actually, it doesn't matter what... We have to hit the lightning energy. If we hit the lightning energy, we can do this. And then I want... I mean, we're going to have Fez. We have a bosses. I think I just get rid of these 2 and go for a Mega Scrafty. Oh, we don't have a Mega Scrafty. Well, never mind. I thought we had a Mega Scrafty. We do not. So if we hit the lightning energy, we win the game. We hit the Wellspring Masked Ogerpon. But we did hit a Morty's. Okay, so they would have been able to draw a bunch of cards. To be fair, I do only play 2 Mega Scrafty. Because you don't expect to find yourself in this exact situation. And then, of course, we did find ourselves in this situation. They're going to go for a Hooters that they don't have. They have to attack with the Dragonite. I really should have used bosses on the Dragonite. Regretting that now. Well, they have to get rid of 2 energy. I don't think we knock out the Wellspring Mask. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have, like, 2 Night Stretcher. Well, it only gets rid of 2 energy. So they can still easily win the game. But, oh no, I attacked with Pecharunt. I attacked with Pecharunt, and that is it. That is game. I know it's not game, but, like, if I knock out the Dragonite this turn, I don't think there's anything they can do to win. Unless they just go absolutely buck wild here. Okay, so we go Fez first. Because we want to get a supporter that's good and doesn't suck. There's a Poffin. Is there anything that I want? I guess we take the Scraggy. Because we need... I have 2 energy switches. I mean, the counter gain does nothing. But I just need energy switch, and we get there. And we knock out the Dragonite. Well, that's none of those things. Energy switch. Arven doesn't get it. So if I go Iono, I think that gives me a better chance because shuffle draw 6, putting them down to 1. But that's a coward's way out. A coward wouldn't believe in the heart of the cards. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, I still had to track customers. I forgot to do that. All right, there's an Arven. Okay, so Poké Pad. Let's get out this guy. I don't really have an attack this turn, do I? So... yeah, I mean, I guess I can devolve them. But that doesn't do anything because it has too much HP. Yeah, great times we're having. All right, well, let's move that there. And I think go into this guy. Countergain you, and then end turn. Okay. Yeah, the dragon, we can't even devolve them because the Dragonair has 100 hit points. All right, if they have Crispin, that's an energy. We can still win the game. They have to retreat. So I need to top deck either boss. I need to top deck a Gust or an energy. I need to top deck Gust or energy, and then we can bosses the Dragonite, because obviously they're going to retreat the Dragonite or switch the Dragonite to give themselves a turn. See, if I hadn't put the Yveltal in the front, they would have just fan rotomed. Frickin' genius here. Literal genius, but we still need to draw like a card, a good card here. We need to draw a playable card. That is the opposite of a playable card. Wait, what did they just go get? They got Fan Rotom. So then I will Iono, because we can still do it. We can still do it, everybody. Well, that's the bosses. We need that for next turn. Okay, so let's go. Yup. And then retreat into Fez. I mean, Fez has more hit points, so I guess that makes sense, right? And then we go end turn. As long as I didn't Iono them into an energy or a way to find energy. Oh my god! They had a one. They had a 2-card hand. They had a 2-card hand. Well, we lose to Dragonite. This deck loses to Dragonite, apparently. All right, let's play the Janine build, and then I'll play some Anthea and Concordia. We'll play one Janine, and then we'll do Anthea and Concordia. You know, at least when Iono rotates, I won't be disappointed. Well, yeah, because Dragonite takes a perfect knockout. Right, it just takes a perfect knockout on me. So let's go Janine. Yeah, tonight's the night, Anthea. So this will be the last game. Remind me that Anthea and Concordia is next. And Butthole Rising. See, I told you. Trevenant is insane. I just had insanely poor luck with matchups and just never finding supporters. As I mentioned in the video, you know, you're not going to go 7 turns without finding a supporter in a deck with 12 supporters. You're going to find that supporter, and you're not going to run into Festival Lead 3 times in a row. Incineroaring, we beat Grimmsnarl that one time. I think. We beat that Grimmsnarl once. But yeah, I told you, Hops Trevenant is absolutely insane. And it's going to be just as good post-rotation. Oh, we're going first. And it's, I don't think this is a mirror matchup. Just a hunch. I don't think this is a mirror matchup. So let's go retreat into the Tatsugiri. We'll put that there. And sure, we'll attract some customers. And yeah, that's not great. And you haven't gone first 9 games in a row. Well, you don't mind going first. You can still go first. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world to go first. It's just obviously if you go second and you get the turn 1, they're playing the Liepard. Oh no, they're playing the Liepard. Okay, so then I have to just Iono them and hope. As much as I don't want to Iono them, I kind of have to. Because this will put all their best dudes on the bottom. So I can confidently say that we have finished the stream with 4 to 6 wins. So I will end the win-loss counter because I'm not going to play it enough. We got the 4 wins. So congratulations to everybody who realized this deck is mid. It is more mid than you could imagine. This will be a VOD exclusive. And Turtle Hermits, you can make it. If you want to make the plug-in, go for it. That is unfortunate. I mean, I do have 2 energy switches. I know, you play 4 of them. You play 4 of them and you're good to go. All right, so we have Poké Pad. That is fine. We have to go for a Scraggy. And then, yeah, we'll put Munkidori down. Fun fact, I don't have anything going on next turn. All right, we got a Janine's, but I think we go for the Iono. And Rigid Band should help out a little bit. Yeah, next turn's gonna suck. Like, you play Janine, but you have to have Dark types. I play Energy Switch. Yeah, I mean, just between the fact that you can attach whatever energy is in your deck to your active and then retreat and attack for free with the Phantump and do up to 100 damage and then be protected the next turn, it is just like, what's not to like about it? Okay, essentially, I have to Iono. I have to knock out the Purrloin. If I don't knock out the Purrloin, we're kind of screwed. I have to attach the basic energy to Scraggy, and then I don't even know what. Right, because we know they're going to invite evil again. I did show them I grabbed an Iono, but, like, what are their choices here? The only real threat right now is the Purrloin. Obviously, the Sharpedo's bad, but the Purrloin is really bad. Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? And then if you flip tails and they knock out the Phantump, if you have a backup Phantump, you can just evolve it next turn and do 220 for free. It is such a good card. And, yeah, they kind of got everything. And they re-Uno-glided your Phantump. Well, the fact that they had to do that in the first place just goes to show you how bad Dragonite is. Okay, this was unexpected. If I could not lose, that'd be great. But I think we're about to lose this game. So press 1 if you're ready for Anthea and Concordia. I will put the... yeah, it's attempt number... I think it was attempt number 6. Attempt number 6 for Anthea and Concordia is what we're doing. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, Badoo's about to get knocked out. Be really cool if I could find one of them energy switches. What was the point of keeping a damage counter? I mean, I guess they want to make sure. I guess they want to make sure that they leave something for Hungry Jaws. Okay, we got the Fez. We can potentially do something this turn. It is highly unlikely, but it is potentially possible. Okay, we're going to flip the script, and we're going to get everything we need. We actually did. No, we didn't get the energy switch. So we failed. Which is really bad. Okay, so let's go attach to you, Poké Pad. And I guess we just get another Scraggy or something. And I actually can't Itchy Pollen. Because if I Itchy Pollen... Oh no, because then they're still going to have the Toxtricity. So I may as well Itchy Pollen, right? There's not really a reason not to Itchy Pollen. And let's go Pecharunt. I will put the Punk Helmet on you. Yeah, let's go Itchy Pollen. At least they won't have the thing. And Lena, both. I mean, it depends which way you're playing it. Because the Liepard is really good. If you're playing a Hero's Cape build, you run Liepard. Yveltal is just good if you have Pecharunt, because Yveltal gives you a free retreater without poisoning anybody. But I much preferred the Sharpedo Kangaskhan build, where you use Binding Mochi, and you just kind of go crazy. So I think we actually give them the Pecharunt. No, yeah, well, I mean, we can't Iono them next turn. Oh my god, this was horrible. Maybe they don't have an energy. Probably my first Sharpedo video, I would guess. It's probably in either the first or second Sharpedo videos that I put one with Hero's Cape. But if you play the Hero's Cape one, that's when you'd want the Liepard, because then obviously it has 430 hit points, or, you know, 420, 410 if you damage it. I took a risk that they didn't have an energy, and it seems like it might be paying off. Oh, you just, whatever the ace spec is, you just take it out and put it in the Kangaskhan one. Yeah, if you really want to do that one, yeah, you just, whatever the A-spec is, just take it out and put in Liepard and Heroscape. If they don't have energy, we can do it. Oh, yep, there it is. There it is. The Hershey blows. Okay. And there's the Lilies. Wow, they had everything. I cannot win in life or in this game. Yeah, Scrafty, just don't play it. I had low expectations coming into this. Oh, wait, it's not damaged. It's not damaged because they healed it to knock out the Badoo. Oh, that's great. I mean, we're still massively going to lose this game. But that is funny. Okay, so there's an air balloon that I'm going to put on the, I guess, the Fez. I need a Mega Scrafty this turn, so we have to go Janine to both of these. I guess technically I could Janine to the Pecharunt, but if I fail, I can always... I just want... Okay, yep, there we go. Okay. So 1, 2... Do I have to manually place them? I can only put one on each. Why do I have to manually place them? That makes no sense. Well, that was great. That was fantastic. So let's go Subjugating Chains into the Fez, and then retreat into the Scraggy with nothing on it. And then we go attach to this guy and hit him with the old end turn, I hate life. I can always Night Stretcher the Tatsugiri if the Fezandipiti fails, which it probably will. The old razzle dazzle. And the thing is, there's nothing I can do to win because they have double Munkidori set up. I would have to knock out their Munkidori here, and also their the Liepard I don't have to knock out quite so quickly, but yeah, I kind of do. There's no way we can win. They're taking a knockout. They're a Mega Scrafty away from winning. There's literally nothing I can do to win. They're going to set up the Pecharunt for a KO at any point, really. But I just want to see if I can even play the game. Can I even get one attack off with Mega Scrafty? Is that even in the realm of possibility? And of course. Oh, and they had a bosses. Even better. And they're going for the Fez. So amazing. So awesome that they went for the Fez. So awesome that they just had everything, literally everything in their hand, despite not actually having what they needed. Okay, so sure, it doesn't... Wait, do I go for the Punk Helmet one? I guess technically the Punk Helmet one should attack. Okay. Yeah, we'll go Night Stretcher for Fez. Fez for 3. And that is good-ish. So let's go get rid of Vessel and that. Scrafty. I mean, it's pretty much post-rotation ready. There's not much you have to change. Like, obviously, losing Arven and Iono is bad, but there's not a... I did it again. I did the thing again that you're not supposed to do. All right, then let's go Airy, see if we can hit anything worthwhile. That's a no. Okay. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's actually not the worst. So then we go Retreat. Mega Scrafty. We have to Energy Switch. Go. Yeah, make sure the Fezandipiti doesn't die. Make sure the Fezandipiti survives at least a turn. And Incineroaring, oh yeah, it's going to be a rough one. Well, no, because we might have more help, right? Oh my goodness. They don't have a Fez. They don't even have a Fezandipiti. They just had bosses on back-to-back turns. And they top decked the bosses. Because remember when I used the Airy and they had bad cards? They literally top decked the bosses. All right, we're going. Where is it? Where's Anthe and Concordia? And we played it in casual last time like a nerd. We're staying in ranked. And crazy, I know, right? The boss is top decked. I Airied, I outlaw legged, didn't matter. But yeah, Scrafty is really bad. I think it's the worst Dark Mega, right? It is the worst Dark type Mega. There you go. You gotta appreciate that. You gotta appreciate a deck appreciating your time. Because Sharpedo is number 1, Gengar's number 2, and then that's number... Oh. Okay, well, we have the turn 1 we can Poffin. We're facing Greninja, which doesn't have an ability. Yeah, it's worse than Gengar. It's much worse than Sharpedo. Is there another one that I'm missing? Well, we have some things. The problem here... No, there's no way they can attack, right? But, I mean, what's a Vanillish is a stage 1. I mean, we have a bunch of stage 1s. I think we go for... How do I not have an energy? How do we just not have an energy right now? All right, let's go for the Clink. Oh, you're taking the Shark? Yeah, I think the Kangaskhan one is best. But if you play the Liepard build, you don't have other liabilities. Thank you. We just went from a playable hand to a much more playable hand. Yes. Okay, so there's a Frogadier. I can knock out the Frogadier this turn if we top deck a Zoroark or something. We did not, but we did get the Area 0 Underpants. It's a little early because we know they're playing Grand Tree. But what other choice do I have? Also, it seems like we prized a bunch of things and I'm a little scared. But we can Lilies for 8. How did we get nothing? How did we get nothing off of that? Again, there's 4 Zoroark in this deck. All right, well, we're about to lose, actually, probably nothing. And what's this Sneasel do? 20, it snipes a bench Pokemon for 20 times the amount of damage counters on it. For 2 energy, and it has 80 hit points, so it's not bad. All right, so they're gonna do the thing. Yeah, they got Shinobi Blade, they don't have an ability. They also get to take advantage of Area 0. Man, this could have been the list. This could have been the game. This could have been the one where we win. But I'll do one more after this one, because this is getting a little ridiculous here, that I can just never find Zoroark. All right, well, we attach. We Lilies. Can I get one of my 4 Zoroark, please? Nope. Nope, can't even do that. Can't even get one of the 4 Zoroark in the deck. Well, maybe next turn. Can we get one of the 4 Zoroark? No. That's never happening. Okay, well, they still can't find energy, which is nice. They still don't have a Pidgeot. They still don't have energy. Yeah, shuffle draw 8 into nothing. No, if this doesn't work, Tatsugiri is never going to work. You want me to play a Tatsugiri version of this deck? You know, you're seeing how bad things are going right now, and you want me to play a Tatsugiri version? Okay, the Mesa Goes... Oh, the Mesa Goes is great if we flip heads. So I'm bumping Mesa Goza. I'm Ionoing them. This is perfect. Like, things are going this bad, and you want me to play Tatsugiri? Okay, so, yeah, they're going to Shinobi Blade. They have Pidgeot, and we're going to Iono them. And the cool thing is they're just going to Dust Noir and win the game. But the cool thing is that we're still going to get nothing off this Iono. Okay, I can't knock out the Greninja. They can Mirage Barrage, but there's a chance... Oh, I should have Mesa Goes at first, but whatever. Whatever. At this point, we know it's not happening. We know we're not going to win. We knew it was going to be tails anyway. Okay, we are fine. We have everything. Everyone is here. The gang is all here. Sokka's here. Katara's here. The gang is all here. Actually, everything is here. This is pretty crazy. Okay, so let's go get rid of... I didn't check to see how many Darumaka we have, but I think the basic energy is the one we can get rid of here. There's another cornerstone, which is great. I can get rid of the Zekrom now. Actually, we probably just want to get rid of the Darumaka. Okay, so that goes there. Zekrom down. Retreat. Zoroark, Night Joker. 250. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, we can do triple smash. I mean, come on. We can take the knockout if I just flip 3 heads. Well, we did the same. We did the same, and I can attack next turn. There you go, triple smash, bro. That's the sauce here. Just hit him with the triple smash and you win the game. But I mean, they definitely have Pidgeot Grand Tree, or they're gonna Shinobi Blade for Grand Tree. But if they Shinobi Blade, that could be bad for them. It would have been hilarious if we triple smashed. That would have been great. They could clear off the damaged Greninja, though. And they can also just knock out my Cornerstone, but that's fine at this point because I don't care. You know, if they give me a prize, that's actually perfect. They got the Colress. Okay, so I have to bump, I guess, the Reshiram and the Zekrom? But the Reshiram... but like, but I don't have a Darumaka. That's the problem, is I don't have Darumaka. I can get the Vanillux, which would be like a game-winning card, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I should have put the Darumaka down, knowing that this would happen. But luckily, I'm weak to grass and not fighting. Imagine that. A dark type that's weak to grass, not fighting. Okay, so we take a prize, they take 2. There's another Clean Clang that we're just going to discard. They can't knock me out. They're going to need something. They're going to need an ignition energy if they want to take a knockout on someone on the bench. And I think what they should have done is they should have bumped the Area 0 first. Right? They should have bumped the Area 0, so I have to get rid of an extra someone on the bench. That is... Mods, timeout, Clam Burglar, please. All right, so there's Grand Tree, so I get rid of... I think Zorua and Zekrom. Because no, hang on, what are they doing? Wait, what is? I don't know what's highlighted anymore. So we get rid of Zorua and wait, what's highlighted? No, we get rid of Zorua and Vanillite because they're just gonna knock out the Vanillite anyway, right? They would just knock out the Vanillite regardless. So why not just take away their ability to do that? Right? They were going to knock out the Vanillite, so let's get rid of the Vanillite and the Zorua. That's who you were going to knock out. So why would I want to... Oh, they have... they got the Froakie. And Lena, no, you actually can't time out a mod, unfortunately, or else Clam Burglar would have been gone years ago. So they're still using Mirage Barrage. I wonder if they're going to go for the Cling Clang. Oh, they went for double Zoroark. Okay, that's actually really good. We might just... The crazy thing is we might just win this game without Anthea and Concordia. That's the really funny thing, is we could just win this game without Anthea or Concordia. All right, so we go trade away the Cling Clang. There's the... Okay, well, we need them now. We don't need them later. Wow, we got literally nothing off of that. That's quite impressive. Okay, so Night Joker for Powerful Rage. You know what? You know what? No, we gotta actually try. We gotta actually try. Okay, so that would explain why we can't find any Stadia or any supporters. So they're going to Shinobi Blade the Zoroark, which is unfortunate. I should have an Area 0 in the deck, but I have my basics on the field. The crazy thing is that we just kind of might win the game regardless. And Lena, I can't give you that much power. You know, you only have a Quick Ball. I can't have a mod with only a Quick Ball next to their name. Okay, but we'll do one more game after this because this, it's so crazy. You don't want to have your Reshiram and Zekrom in play, but in order to draw cards, you have to take... Sure, Lena. That depends, Walking Plane. Are you part of the 95% or the 5%? But no, Walking Plane, you don't deserve, you haven't earned it. You haven't earned it. You got to earn it. So here's a funny thing, is that they literally win the game if they just go Dust Noir, but they win the game, is essentially what it is. I can't win the game because I don't have anything set up. So it's literally impossible, because if I knock out this guy, they do the thing. But I mean, why let things like reality ruin your perception of life? Why let reality ruin life? Hey, there's an Area 0. That's a card. No, but they still have... If I knock out the Greninja, they still have it. And I actually can't even attack this turn, so that was fun. Because the Dust Noir does 130. Oh, no, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is attempt number 7. We're never going to Anthean Concordia ever. It's never going to happen. The dream is never going to happen. If we get to 10 attempts without hitting it, I'm giving up. I'm giving up the challenge. It is never meant to be. They're at work right now, so maybe they won't be paying attention. And I wish, but we were down in energy. So it was impossible. Let's go first, right? First, if we start as Zorua and a couple basics, you know, if we get some Poffins, we'll be okay. Did we just start a Reshiram and nothing when I have, I think, 4 Poffin and 4 Zorua and a million things, and we start this? If I'd gone second, we'd be in a great spot. Okay, can we get a Poffin? Well, that's an energy that we don't need, so that's cool. And we're facing something. We're facing a deck that we can beat. That's all I know. If they Iono me, that'd be pretty good. Why Prime Catcher and not Trolley? Because you can't Gust and Anthean Concordia. You can't Bosses and Anthean Concordia on the same turn. And you also, you know, you only have one room for air for one room balloon. Room for one air balloon. I think this is For the Wins list. Because For the Win just uploaded a King Gambit video, so this must be For the Wins list. Okay, I mean, this is actually fine. We just go end turn. And King Gambit has an ability, so the Cornerstone Mask survives. It has an ability, so Cornerstone Mask survives. We just have to find a freaking thing. And we can do this. We just have to find a freaking thing and we can do this. Did he run Baby Metagross? Wait, what do you mean Baby Metagross? Okay, so yeah, this is, I mean, it could also be that at work right now watched my video, right? Because remember, I made a Road Dex video with this in it, and it was pretty much this. You just, you know, Genesect gets all your evolutions and you're good to go. Yeah, I played Archaludon, Genesect. So I had an Archaludon list, and then I also had the Metang one. Don't go for the Darumaka. Yeah, I think For the Win probably got his list from me, to be completely honest. You know, probably just watched my Road Decks video and just copied it. Oh, well, that's the Psychic one. So you'd have to play a Reversal Energy because it attacks for Psychic. All right, well, I think we're doing that. And then we have that. I'd really like to not lose the Darumaka. Okay, I know it's hard to believe, but I do play... Yeah, we're just going to have to hit him with the Overtreat. I do play Zoroark in this deck. It's hard to believe, I know, but there are Zoroark in this deck. And I can't evolve the Darumaka because that's my Retreater now. And then I also have to leave a bench space open for the dude. Okay, so we are fine. Cornerstone Mask just kind of wins us the game because everyone on their side of the field has an ability. Except if they have the Baby King Gambit, which is really good. But I think that only does like 110 something. So literally everyone they have has an ability. All I need to do is find Cornerstone. I've literally been churning through my deck. We just find the Cornerstone and then they might concede and then that'll be terrible. That would be a hilarious ending if they just concede. But I think at work right now is going to get like an inflated perception of this deck and be like, oh my god, this deck is amazing. And it's like, I'm playing an Anthea and Concordia deck that works 1 out of 100 times. And I also have supported 3 times and not found a single Zoroark. So don't get too excited. Well, there's a Darumaka. So I think we just put the Zekrom down. And that'll be my fodder. Because you want your basics to get knocked out. Because you can easily recover those. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, we don't need the Poffin anymore, I don't think. Because we should have all of our basics after this. So the Poffin can go. I'm happy to get rid of the energy as well. If we can find Ends PP up or something. Okay, so energy leaves. Can we get Cornerstone? That's a no. Okay. So we're going to retreat. Hope they take the knockout. I can't really take a risk and put the Vanillite down. I'd much rather just, you know, save the Vanillite. We're going to draw 8 with Lillie anyway. There's no reason because we should have a Zekrom and a Reshiram. I play like 2 of everything. The other way you could play this deck is just go like 4 Research, 4 Super Rod, 2 copies of the thing that switches your prizes. It's just that this is our chance, right? They damage themselves. How is this not our game to win? They literally damage themselves, putting them in range. And there's an Iono, and there goes all of my plans. But we are deeper into the deck, so that helps. There's the Cornerstone. We win. It's GG. And I did just get rid of a Poffin after saying I don't need a Poffin, and now we don't have the thing. But it's fine. Okay, this is it. I'm feeling it. Everyone, get ready. Hold on to your haunches. We got this one. It's happening. We got the Ogerpon. We got the Vanillite. Everything is happening right now. Let's just get everybody out of the deck. I don't care. Life is meaningless. Let's get rid of the Zoroark. There's another Cornerstone. I think we get rid of the... Sure. Let's get rid of this guy. There's a Lillie's, so we want to do that. And then Lillie's. I should probably look at the deck. I don't know if I can. Okay, so that just went down. Who can I even attack with right now? I can attack with Zekrom and use Shred. Or I can use Icy Snow and then they knock themselves out. But oh no, I do have everything. Okay, so this is funny. This is really funny. I'm going to use Icy Snow. I'm going to use Yellow Snow. And this is very funny. So we go Night Joker. I'm actually using Icy Snow. I could use Rolling Tackle as well. We're using Icy Snow. We're going to give them a sad face and make them think that I didn't have anything worth copying. because there's nothing on the field. Like, I could have used Flare, which would have been fine. They have a all of my plans completely out the window. Okay, this is fine. We have the Rare Candy Vanillux. We can also do Rare Candy Kling Klang if we get all the things. I believe we have everything we need. I can definitely do this. Press 1 if you believe. We absolutely got this. There's a Reshiram. We have this. Okay. Rare Candy into you. We can actually do it this turn if everything goes according to plan. We don't need a Vanillux. Kuliak 5. Hey. Come on. Okay, there's a Prime Catcher. I guess we can get rid of the Lilies. Probably not, though. That'd probably be a bad idea. I think we just prep for next turn, because we're definitely going to get it next turn. So I think we do it next turn. We got the Clang. That's really good. As long as they don't have a Gust card, we are totally fine. We got the Darmanitan. We're going to do it. We're going to do it, everybody, I believe. Okay, so if I knock out the Genesect, that would bring us into range, right? If I knock out the Genesect, that puts us in perfect position. So we knock out the Genesect with Zekrom's attack. And yeah, where's the 250? There's the 250. Oh, we can do 420. There we go, 420. And then Anthe and Concordia, I'm feeling it. I am feeling it so hard right now. This is the perfect matchup. We are an area 0 away from lose. If they bump the area 0, we lose. That is the one really bad thing, is we may lose if they bump the area 0. Though I guess in that case, I just get rid of Zekrom, Reshiram, Ogerpon. Oh, we so got this. We so got this. It is happening. They are not going to bump the stadium. Come on. Attempt number, lucky number 7. They have a freaking Fezandipiti. Okay, that's fine. I don't care what you do. So Anthea and Concordia, we're only going to be able to draw, once with Night Joker. And we currently don't have it. Just want to point out that we currently... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. This is fine. This is actually really helpful. This is helping me. There's Anthea and Concordia. We do need to get an energy, though. We got the Kling Klang. This is it. If there's an energy in the top 3 cards of our deck, we have it. And they're doing what? 270? So we have 2 chances. I think we have 2 chances, right? Because they're doing they're doing 270. We have 2 chances at this. Everyone get ready. We have 2 chances to win this one. We have 2 chances. I would really like to do it this turn, though. That would be great. Be great if we could do it this turn. No! Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We have it next turn. I feel like I should Lilies, because we might need to Super Rod or something. Okay, that's great. That is perfect. That's a perfect hand for next turn, except for the energy is missing. But we have everything. I am so confident. No! No. Okay, this is fine. We can get rid of the Clink, the Zorua, and the Ogerpon. Clink, Zorua, Ogerpon. As long as they don't have a bosses. If they have a bosses and they go for anybody, we lose. But now we're in... Okay, that's a Lilies. That's great. Now we only have 3 chances to find an energy instead of 5. But we still got it. I still believe. I still believe. Even after all these years, I still have faith in this deck. Please it work right now. Just let me live the dream. Just let me live the dream. Fun fact, if they Fezandipiti the Darmanitan, we would lose. So if they notice that if they could Fezandipiti the Darmanitan, they do have the baby Metagross. But that's fine, because it doesn't matter. So the baby Metagross does not matter. It's all going to come down to the top 3 cards of our deck. 270, 10 HP left. Is this the moment? Oh, God. I think we Town Store just to see if we have anything in the deck. Okay, we have... Oh, no. We have 2 Super Rod and 1 Energy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so wait. If I could get the Prime Catcher. Okay, so we're going to trade. We got to trade. We got a 1 in 6 chance. Oh, no. It's the PP up. Okay, so I have to Super Rod. I think 1 energy in. Oh, no. Okay, because it has to be a benched. It has to be benched. The Prime Catcher wouldn't even have done it. Okay, so if we get the Prime Catcher here, we can do it. Oh, we got the Prime Catcher. We got the Prime Catcher. Okay, so we go... Oh, no. This is also really bad. If I Prime Catcher... Does this guy... How much do you got? You got a 3 retreat cost. I think we go 2 on this guy. I mean, it has to be the Darmanitan, right? Because I can attach to the Darmanitan and PP up. So we have to go Super Rod 1 in. And then we just have to hope. Cooliac, we can attach to the active and then PP up the one on the bench. And then we also have to Antheon Concordia. So we have to top deck and then trade into everything we need, or just hope they don't have it like that. Why couldn't we just get the energy? You know, we have 2 Super Rod in the deck. They didn't get it. They didn't get it. Oh, and they shuffled the deck. They shouldn't have done that. They should not have shuffled the deck there unless they have a playable card in their hand. Because if you Metal Maker, you put the non-energies on the bottom of your deck. Ah, crap. Okay. If we get the perfect 3-card combo, that's 1. That is 1. And then we go trade. If we get the perfect 3-card combo, that is so far from the 3-card combo. But we have, I think, 2 PP. Oh, okay. Wait, they don't have energy to put in. They don't have any energy to put in. No. No, no, no. Oh, they didn't have it. Oh my God. This is crazy. This is the most stressful game of my life. Okay. Can we please? We need the 2 cards. There's a chance. Oh, we got it. Oh my God. It happened. It happened, everybody. Everyone rejoice. We finally got it. It finally happened. Attempt number 7. History has been made. That was the most stressful game of my life. Night Joker. We can Powerful Rage for 540. Oh man, that game, that was so stressful. And yeah, we prized a PP up, we prized an Area 0. We got the Exodia, Antheon Concordia, take a knockout, take 3 extra prizes. This was the matchup I believed. All it took was somebody who couldn't do anything for 5 turns, and a King Gambit that damaged itself, and nothing going our way. But you know, it took 2 hours to do it, but we finally got there, and I'm never doing this again. So at least something good came out of the Scrafty stream. And Lena, there you go. And Cooliac, because I speak the truth about this game. So everyone go watch that clip so it gets shown. There you go. And Razul, exactly. So we won a game with Antheon Concordia. We finished the battle pass. My life is complete. And I mean, I should probably make this the title of the VOD. But thank you everyone for tuning in. This was actually worth it. The first stream was actually worth it. Pumpkin Amy's no longer online, so we'll raid Son, he was playing Zoroark. Ew. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in. So tomorrow, it's Larry's the Dunsparce. I'm excited because we get the coin flip counter. Press 1 if you're excited for a coin flip counter that is probably going to fail more than not. And I'll do a prediction for coin flips, so it'll be like, will we be over 50, under 50, or exactly 50? It won't be as fun as that game, though.